Welcome to the Generation Gap Podcast. My name is Lunchbox.
Geek.
Welcome to the Generation Gap Podcast. I'm Lunchbox.
I'm Gleek.
And, so what are we going to talk about today?
I have no idea.
Jeeps jumping through your front yard.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. The other day, I heard this loud crunch, huge fucking noise, and I look out, and sure enough, dude from down the road had basically drove down the entire block, crashed into 3 of my trees, and almost flipped his Jeep in our front yard. Go out, dude is knocked colder than a fucking wedge. Head's all bleeding, windshield smashed, he went face first into it, you know?
I heard that his glasses were wedged up in between the windshield
Yeah.
and the front top heading.
Yeah, they were wedged into it. I mean, like in a crack.
Yeah.
They were just crammed in there. Man, honestly, I don't know how the hell he kept from, like, killing himself.
Yeah, it's so retarded. I had heard from, different fucking spots that he had some issues which should have required him to not have a license.
Yeah, he needs seizures or something.
So, what about the state trooper that you told me about too?
I didn't talk to him.
Oh, you didn't talk to him?
No.
See, I had heard.
I was done. I was done being outside fucking around. It's cold.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had Snowmageddon.
Exactly.
Or a new ice age to come out. But,
yeah, it's all like global warming.
Yeah.
Fucking 6 inches of global warming in the front yard.
it was like 4 inches of ice, and then like a dusting of snow on top of it, just to make sure that you can get your footing for a little while.
Yep.
And then, fucking it sleets more.
Mm-hmm.
Friday.
Yeah. And of course, being the South, everybody, is like, oh my God, ice!
Yeah.
Panic!
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it snows. I mean, not snows, but it rains, glassing it. So, like, not only could I didn't work Monday or Tuesday. Wednesday I did.
Mm-hmm.
I actually went out or out. And then Thursday I worked warehouse. 20 degrees below fucking zero.
Lovely.
In a warehouse in a trailer. And
so you were stepping out into the cold to warm up.
In the cold, yeah.
Yeah.
It actually wasn't that bad in there because I had coveralls on, like fucking thick ass coveralls, but my boots were actually sticking to the floor. That's the craziest shit ever. It's just like,
I believe
apart
it.
from it.
I believe it.
But back to the original thing. I had heard my mom came back around after, and she saw a state trooper out there. And apparently he slipped, busted his ass.
Oh yeah,
on the ice, and your sister was yawning because of it.
Oh, dude, she was screaming across the house. You got to come look at this shit. You got to come see. And at first, I thought she was talking about some bullshit on TV, and I was like screaming back, "I don't give a flying fuck about any reality show horse shit."
Of course not.
Yeah.
Real World Road Rules Challenge.
Yeah.
That was extremely hard for me to get out without having to trip over my tongue.
I don't even know what the fuck you're talking about, so it doesn't matter.
They turned, back during the late 90s when I started watching MTV, they turned the Real World into like a game show or something where they had to live on a bus down by the river. And,
oh my God.
And, do challenges. It was like pre-Survivor, but on a bus.
We have no budget.
Yeah, they couldn't afford an apartment anymore, or with that gay kid down in Miami who died of AIDS.
I don't know. When they started that Real World shit, I was done. I was like, fuck this. I'm done with MTV.
I didn't fucking understand it. I was like, are they supposed to play? This is back when VH1 was playing more music than MTV before VH1 was like...
Yeah, I mean, dude, this is back whenever, MTV2, we still could tune into it and watch music,
You can't even do that.
No, not anymore.
MTV2 is now, reruns of everything. It's where they put, all their shows.
Yeah, but that was the 90s. Music sucked. Fuck music. I mean, seriously.
Well...
Kirk died, and that was it. Music's done. Hang it up.
They used to play... What I call good music, would still call some good music, back when I first started MTV2, back with the Gorillas. That's when they first started coming out.
Mm-hmm.
Then they had I remember watching the Gorillas' new music video and Jurassic 5's new music video. couldn't get into Jurassic 5, and then they started playing Mudvayne and a bunch of new metal. Not like new metal, but new metal.
Which is funny. You might as well just be talking about shit I have no clue about.
Yeah.
I'm serious. About 94, you know, like, so by the time Kurt died, I don't know shit about music. After that, I just don't know.
I've started listening to a lot more underground New York style music than what I had beforehand, because here recently I've started getting into Aesop Rock, and of course I've been into Immortal Technique now since.
Oh yeah.
God, I don't know when.
Oh yeah, it's a rich man's world.
Yeah. Goonies never die.
Yeah.
But when I was working in the warehouse, I was working with this guy who was originally from I think he said Brooklyn, somewhere like that.
Mm-hmm.
And so he was heavy into, you know, New York underground shit, and I got to talking to him about ScarFace,
mm-hmm.
you know, Inspector Deck, Esoteric, 7L, that great affiliated album.
Yeah.
And he was like, I never even heard of this before, and I couldn't believe that this guy being from Brooklyn, the Bronx, Queens,
mm-hmm.
one of those boroughs, never heard of it.
Black guy?
He was a black dude.
Wow.
Yeah, like, even though, like, I forgot my Wu-Tang clan, I don't remember what neighborhood they were calling the Shaolin, but he wasn't from there. Oh, it was Staten Island.
Yeah.
Staten Island. But I couldn't believe that he never heard of 7L and Esoteric, because they came up in Boston, like, during the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know.
Maybe just one of people didn't pay attention to music.
But he loves him some Immortal Technique, just like
really
anyone does. Yeah.
Surprised. I'm surprised at my musical tastes. You know, I mean, when I was a kid, it was all metal. That's all I cared about. I wanted, you know, just give me the classic 80s metal. But ever since, I've been getting into shit that, like, my dad listened to.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I fucking love disco. I'm sorry, I fucking love old school. Like, a lot of people consider the shitty disco.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, K-Tel 8-track fucking level disco, you know?
I'm much rather listen to that than the Bee Gees, to be completely honest with you. Because, like, the Bee Gees...
No.
Like, I'm not going to harp on the Bee Gees and call them bad. It's just played too goddamn much.
I agree. But I was about to say, yeah, don't go busting on the Bee Gees.
No, I'm not gonna nut punch the Gilbert Brothers, but... But I would much rather hear, you know, something from that decade that
mm-hmm.
I ain't heard 1,000 times before. I mean, you know, Saturday Night Fever's fun, but about 30,000 fucking time, it's like...
Yeah, I agree. I mean, have you ever looked at their records, dude? They got a fuck ton of music. Yeah. I mean...
It's like Billy Joel.
Yeah.
Like, you would never figure that Billy Joel had this many albums, but, like...
Yeah. Well, I had a surprise a while back. I was looking up some 80s music, and I got to looking at Firehouse.
Uh-huh.
And I'm seriously, Firehouse. And I was like, holy fuck, they got way more records than I thought.
It's probably like, well, I don't
It's
know.
all Japanese releases.
Yeah.
Turns out they were big in Japan. You know?
Who's that? Tiffany? Or,
oh,
Tiffany.
yes.
Who is it that has all the Japanese releases? Or was it that,
well, I'd say we go talking about Tiffany.
No, what was it, Tiffany? It was like the rail skinny blonde chick who was dancing on,
Stacy Q?
No, what? I don't remember. It wasn't Stacy Q. God, it was the girl that you showed me the video of dancing on that show with, not Trudy, but...
That's Stacy Q.
Really, it was?
Yeah.
Wasn't she the one that had all the Japanese releases as well? Or?
She might have.
I remember you telling me about one of those singers that did.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Let's say that when she appeared on Facts of Life, she was Cinnamon. That's what she appeared as.
Cinnamon. You would figure that, you know, she'd be like,
and it's not Trudy, man.
Who?
Tootie.
Tootie.
Get your 80s fucking TV right, dude. Damn.
I have seen almost every episode of Alf, so I don't want to catch you. Almost every episode of Alf.
I saw every one of them as they were showed.
Of course you did. Yeah. See, I came out... See, I was released about like 5 years after the fact.
Yeah. I can still remember the ads. They used to just come out and be a black screen, and it said, Alf is coming. And it was like for a month. Yeah,
they would do something that cryptic for those. It was such a comedy.
Yeah, everybody was like, "What the fuck is Alf?" You know? And,
yeah.
oh, it's a puppet. You know?
Was Alf a Jim Henson creation? Or?
I don't think so.
I don't know.
Have you ever seen the outtakes and shit? Like, supposedly the people on that set didn't get along, and they argued and all kinds of bullshit.
Like the family? Or like
the people on the show, they all argued or something. But there's one where Alf is, like, talking smack to the teenage daughter. And I mean, like, dude, I mean some raunchy shit.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
Fuck, like, now, whenever I see Alf, I don't imagine there even being a puppeteer behind him. I just think this is an actual being. Like, in my head, it's like Kermit the Frog, or, like to me, they're living, breathing beings, because that's just how big of a character that they are.
Yeah, you get a kick out of it about a week ago. Smeagol, you know, he was over here, and I got showing him an old Muppet show.
Uh-huh.
And I showed him the one with Alice Cooper. Dude, they would never allow that to be shown today.
Yeah.
Because in it, Alice flat out tries to get Kermit to sign a agreement with the devil for his soul. And it shows him talking to Satan over the radio.
That's pretty awesome. Because they were making well, Jim Henson was probably alive at that point, wasn't he, when they were
I think so, yeah.
I can imagine that Jim Henson was all good and fun in it as well. Mm-hmm. He was probably a huge Alice Cooper fan. Who never knows? Well,
it's really cool because if you watch it, I mean, it's got him like making out with Piggy or something. He turns her into like this other bird thing, like he's got magic powers or some shit.
Oh, well, Alice Cooper does have magic powers.
Yeah, but they one of the songs that they do "School's Out," and what's funny, you can hear explosions and shit in the background. And,
awesome.
Yeah, and I was just like, they would never fucking show that.
Of course they wouldn't. Because it's too entertaining.
Yeah.
It's like wrestling.
Well, that and everybody's supposed to be little pussies nowadays.
It's like wrestling during the 90s. Like, it was blood and guts and tits and ass everywhere. Now it's just like, oh.
Which is, speaking of which, if you get a chance, listen to Piper's Pit, you know, that podcast. He did a whole thing talking about the whole gold dust deal.
I've listened to a few of his podcasts, but
well, talking about that, he like the scene where he's almost going to take out the door. You know, the door on the Cadillac. The door is open.
Oh, the match from like 95, 96.
Yeah, where they did the whole car chase thing and all that bullshit. He was talking about it, and he was talking about that he didn't wreck the fucking truck because he was supposed to get the truck.
Yeah.
And he was like, no, nuh-uh. You know, I can't do that. You know.
Holy. Roddy Piper getting a free car.
Exactly. It's what he's not gonna fuck up this beautiful ass Cadillac, you know. Yeah. I can't believe I'm fucking listening to wrestling podcasts. I fucking hate wrestling.
I've had to stop watching fucking WWE shit because I started, you know, pushing guys who I didn't agree with. And
well, the only reason I listen to Piper is just because it's fucking Piper.
Yeah.
I grew up watching that shit, and you know.
I would much rather listen to him than... Well, I don't know. I'd much rather get the inside from someone who's been in the business than having to listen to someone who was never in it before. And there's a couple of them out there that are just like journalists. Mm-hmm. I understand they're trying to do their job, but I'd much rather hear it from, you know, firsthand.
Well, I enjoyed things like when he talked to Ventura. You know, I listened to it was a two-parter kind of... Piper come on Ventura's podcast, and then, you know, they reciprocated. And I listened to that, and Carpenter.
Yeah.
You know, when they were talking about They Live, that was a good fucking podcast.
Yeah.
Which, that's something else I was thinking we ought to do sometime. Like, actually sit and watch They Live.
Yeah.
And just kind of do a commentary of it.
We need to watch They Live again. There's been a few other movies I've been meaning to watch here lately. I also actually thinking about watching They Live Again here today.
Mm-hmm.
I watched, they had 2001: A Space Odyssey, 2010: A Space Odyssey, and then Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
I found my good copy.
Yeah?
Yeah.
The one with all the extra shit in it?
Yeah, the one that's got all the fucking cutscenes in it.
God. What was that, like nearly 4 hours long that we sat and watched that?
I can't remember. It's long as fuck, dude.
Yeah.
I remember it took me forever to get because, like, one fucking dude had it, you know?
Yeah.
It's a full fucking DVD copy, too.
But I watched... this was actually the second or third time that I've seen 2010: A Space Odyssey. I cannot believe how bad it is. I really can't.
Really?
Yeah.
I got the book around here somewhere if you want to read it.
I'm good. I'm good.
Have you ever read the original 2001 book?
I don't think I had.
It's worth reading.
Probably.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Maybe it's just because I'm such a Stanley Kubrick fanboy, and like I guess Kubrick. They might have like came up to Kubrick and asked if he wanted to do 2010.
Mm.
But he probably turned it down. He was like, Kubrick was probably like, I already make 3-hour-long movies. Why do I need to have a sequel?
Yeah,
because you ever noticed
Kubrick doesn't seem like a sequel kind of guy.
No, he never made a sequel.
No.
Like fucking everyone else.
If anything, Full Metal Jacket. Full Metal Jacket was the first movie and second movie all in one.
It was the first, second, third movie.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That movie.
It was a trilogy, like in hour-long segments. Which it's great that it has acts. See, that one has 3 acts where I don't know if I would call the last 15 minutes of 2001 a separate act.
I don't know, it's kind of its own thing.
Yeah.
Which, it's one of the things I like about the book, 2010, because it explains what happened to Dave.
Yeah. After the space baby thing?
Yeah, the Star Child.
Spoilers.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you're giving spoilers for a fucking 40-something-year-old movie. Yeah. My question, if you ain't already seen it, what the fuck's wrong with you?
Yeah, it's your fault. Jesus.
Yeah.
Like how Donatello dies at the end of the first Ninja Turtles movie.
Oh, God.
And they all have to mourn him in the second one, and that's why it's horrible. Like, they recruit a new turtle, but he's a younger turtle.
Yeah.
And his name is Rembrandt. That's what they call him.
Yeah. Yeah. All I can remember is some fucking bullshit, like one of them damn movies where, was it Vanilla Ice or something?
Oh, yeah, the Turtles too.
Yeah.
Like, go Ninja, go. Sing.
Yeah, fuck. Dude, I'm embarrassed. I fucking went and watched like the first 3 movies at the theater when I was a kid.
I don't think. Did they come out in the late 80s?
I can't remember. Late 80s, early 90s, some bullshit up to there.
I don't think I ever saw those in theaters.
I wasn't
existed.
I wasn't even really like a Turtles fan. Yeah. It was just, it was like the only thing on the fucking theater, you know, the only thing worth a shit. And me and my buddies were like, "Fuck it, let's just go watch it," you know.
I remember it always like being on the background, like whenever we were to friends' houses. Like I'd sit down and watch the movie when I was a kid. I haven't watched them as an adult.
Well, I watched
I haven't fucking cared to.
I watched the cartoons and shit.
Yeah.
And
I did as well.
Well, when I was a teenager, I remember I read the comics.
Reaganomics!
What?
The fucking robot chicken Ninja Turtles thing.
Oh, yeah.
Because one of the Corys was Ninja Turtle. I don't know which one.
That's just, yeah. Fuck all that bullshit. You know?
But
I can remember that son bitch. I can remember him on TV. I can remember him getting shot. Which, yeah, let me explain the day he got shot.
Reagan?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
When he got shot, I was a little kid, and I'm watching TBS, alright?
Saturday morning cartoons?
No, this was 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And I'm watching, it was some Japanese bullshit, alright?
Ultraman, or...
I don't know, it was this black and white thing where this big, huge robot...
With blonde hair?
Yeah, with long blonde hair, turns into a rocket and shit.
Yeah, we watched a clip from that, like when you first told me about...
yeah, about that character, yeah. But I just remember being super fucking pissed off that they interrupted my fucking show to talk about the president. I didn't give a fuck. I'm like, if he's dead, he's dead. There's nothing I can do about it.
Yeah, let me go back to watching.
Yeah. And I was kind of pissy because I'm like, this show ain't even really fucking good.
Yeah.
You know? This show sucks, and I still would rather watch it than listen to that shit. You know?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Big fucking kids' brains. I don't ever remember special news breaking whenever I was in the middle of watching something while I was a kid.
Well, one of my first TV memories ever is, this had to be, 78, and somewhere up through there. And I remember it was before my dad went to work. He used to go to work at like 9:30. because he worked at service station, and he would be there until like fucking 10:30, 11 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
And I remember sometimes he'd sit and watch Donahue and shit, like before he went to work. Donahue, yeah. Anyway, this time though, I remember it was Rocky and Bullwinkle. All right, no shit, it was Rocky and Bullwinkle, and I remember they interrupted it for some fucking thing. Thinking back on it now, it was probably something like the hostage crisis or something, you know. But fucking old goddamn Jimmy Carter, you know, Mr. Peanut, he comes on TV to give some speech, and I turned to my dad and I was like, Dad, I wanted to watch Rocky and Bullwinkle. And my dad just shook his head and he said, Me too, son. Me too. Oh man, it's like, fuck this guy.
Now
you know?
I want peanuts, thanks. It's a good thing we don't eat while recording, or else it's
Yeah.
constant crunching from my head. I'm like,
I'd be eating them until I'm sick. We'd sound like cows chewing fucking cud, you know?
My God, went to the bar a couple weekends ago.
Mm-hmm.
And before I flapped out, I remember getting belly up to the bar and there was like a bowl of popcorn. And I just started fucking reaching my hand and fucking eating popcorn right there. It was probably like communal popcorn too.
Dude, have you ever seen where they did like the bacteria tests?
On bar surfaces?
Yeah. And how that the nastiest thing is like the peanut bowl and...
Oh yeah, I can imagine they're disgusting.
Yeah, nobody washes their hands. You know, and...
Whenever I want to go take a piss.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever I do, when I'm super drunk, I know I do this.
Mm-hmm.
I lock the door. I always lock the door. Drop my pants down. I'll lean forward.
You do a Butters?
I do a Butters, but I do like a swan dive Butters, where I'll do it either one of two ways.
Oh, with a hand up against the wall?
Yeah, I'll either hand against the wall,
and
lean over it, or when I'm really fucking pissed and I just want to show my ass, I'll drop my pants all the way and like freebird it, like in the fucking toilet. But last weekend, I was being dropped off, and I made about 10 feet away from my front steps. And of course, there was like snow and shit on the ground. There was a boot print in my front yard, and I was like, I'm gonna fill this boot print. So I leaned all the way over to it, and I'm in my front yard. It's like 1:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
I piss in this boot print. I'm giggling my ass off, trying to fill this fucker up. Didn't notice it after I'd gotten done. Fucking zipped up, went back in the house. Next morning I came out, that was the only bare spot in the entire fucking yard.
God. At least like so there wasn't a fucking big yellow fucking shoe print.
Yeah.
You know?
just it would have frozen solid, and like could it like be like, was Sasquatch wearing boots in our yard? Took a piss?
Sam Squanch.
Sam Squanch. Well, I guess Southern Sasquatch would be like, what, Swamp Thing or something?
Skunk Ape.
Skunk. It's Scump.
The Scump, yeah.
Oh.
The Gump Ape.
Forrest Gump Ape is really hairy, jogs a lot.
Exactly.
I would watch that movie. Just Tom Hanks with a fuck ton of hair, like glued all over to him, sitting on a park bench, smelling like shit and Sex Panther. Black lady who like begrudgingly sits beside him and is like, what is this thing? He's picking like grubs out of his coat of fur.
Yeah, picking cuckleburs and fucking lice.
He pulls out a grub and was like, Mama told me grubs are like chocolate, and then like just eats one. Doesn't explain it or nothing else.
It's like Harry and the Hendersons meets fucking Forrest Gump.
Yes. You know, my lady just like into her purse, like right there on the spot.
Which is a side thing. It's a side note here. That's actually a good book for a
Forrest
young.
Gump?
Well, yeah, Forrest Gump's a good one.
Harry and the Hendersons.
Harry and the Hendersons.
I didn't know Harry and the Hendersons.
Dude, I've got 2 copies. I've got the original paperback.
My God.
And I've got a fucking first edition hardback. It was a Scholastic, like, kids book, but the actual story, you know what I'm saying, is a good story.
What about Flat Stanley? Do you ever think they'll make that into a movie? Captain Underpants?
No.
I think.
Well, fuck, they made Thunderpants, dude. They'll make anything.
The fuck is Thunderpants?
Alright, the little red-headed fucking dork from Harry Potter.
Yeah, Ron Weasley.
Yeah, he's in some movie with this fat kid who, like, farts all the fucking time, and I saw a review of it on YouTube. I ain't watching that shit.
Was it Red Letter Media?
Yeah, Red Letter talked about it at one point.
I don't know. I haven't seen that yet. But I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah, evidentially.
Evidentially, we are full of.
Well, not quite full.
Well, not full of. I was talking about like Ricky-isms.
Oh, I'm thinking drinking on an empty stomach isms. That's what's
happening. Rocket appliances. Dude. I got one of the guys that I work with to start watching Trailer Park Boys.
Oh yeah.
He fucking loves Bubbles.
Really?
Every single time now we go to like a vet's office or something, he's like, "Oh yeah, free range kitties." Like, that's fantastic. I told him to stop sucking his teeth at me, J-Rock.
Oh, dude, I've seen them all. I've seen everything. I've seen a bunch of the stuff that they put on SwearNet. But I don't have a fucking subscription. But I've seen quite a bit of the shit they put on it. I've seen all the episodes, all the movies. Cartboy. Yeah. Yeah, I watched it.
Speaking of subscription services and things, I know I'm going to get back into wrestling real quick.
Oh, no.
But the WWE Network sent me a thing. Be like, you get this month for free.
Yeah.
To watch this pay-per-view. We want you to come back to us. I was like, alright, fuck it. I'll watch some ECW.
Yeah.
Alright? It gets time for me to watch this paper. Alright, I'm gonna watch this fucking paper. I don't fucking give a shit. Main event is this guy who had been pushing hardcore, won the Royal Rumble. Everyone fucking hated it. Like, they had to go back, Vince McMahon had to go back and reevaluate his business decision.
Really?
Because of how badly people hated it. Okay? So...
Which ought to tell you something about wrestling in general.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fake.
They'll talk about more of about this on the cheap popcast, but
yeah.
But they,
which is something you definitely need to get underway.
Oh yeah. That'll be in the works later on. But
yeah. Another fine product from Picklestick Productions.
Always. Which this is future plans. Put it out there.
Hey, oh yeah, like the Grabastic podcast, Plastic Grabastic podcast.
Plastic Grabastic.
Yeah.
Just have you and like get you and like just call up someone who was just had a really bad week or something, and just like talk to them and like, man, shit's so horrible. You're just like,
yeah. Well, I'm still going to do that one and another goddamn thing.
Oh, yeah.
Which is just going to be 20 minutes of unloading on shit.
Oh, God. But anyway.
Yeah, back to
wrestling.
Yeah.
They push this guy, Roman Reigns, who everyone fucking hates because he does 3 fucking moves. That's 2 less than what John Cena does. And they put him against Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan, former champion, had neck and shoulder surgery, had his world title stripped of him, deserves another fucking title shot at WrestleMania.
Okay.
Works his ass off all year long. While this motherfucker gets given everything.
Their titles, so dude, ultimately their titles mean just about as much as a fucking Grammy or an Oscar.
Oh yeah, but...
on the publicity level, but at the same time, it's just...
Yeah.
It actually doesn't mean shit.
To wrestling fans, though.
You know what I'm saying.
Yeah, it means more to the fan than it actually does to the person that has the title.
Yeah. But, especially since he's the one having to fucking pay money to get it.
Yeah. Well, back in the... But,
I mean, I don't know if they still do that now.
No, they don't do that NWA shit anymore, where you had to pay $4,000 for your title. And, like, when you gave it back to the NWA, they gave you back your $4,000, and people like Harley Race and Ric Flair knew they were going to have it so many times, they just gave them the $4,000, and then when both Race and Flair left, NWA was like, fuck you, and kept their $8,000.
Bastards.
Yeah. But, anyway, they were having this main event
Mm-hmm.
to see who would face Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
They push Roman Reigns a fucking in. Everyone's even more pissed off than they were before after the Royal Rumble.
You know, you could just be picking names out of a phone book.
Oh, yeah.
I'd just still be sitting there shaking my head.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
just
Mm-hmm.
not along.
Yep.
But anyway, the very next week on Raw,
Mm-hmm.
they were going to have the guy that has the title, Brock Lesnar, come out and confront Reigns. And Reigns failed drug test for steroids. Which...
No.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Which, in the WWE, everyone's supposed to get fined,
Mm-hmm.
and you're supposed to take a suspension. Vince McMahon didn't do either one of those things, and call us the biggest drawing person right now in WWE just to walk out of the show.
Really?
Yeah. You pissed him off. He was like...
Their headliner just said, fuck this, and walked off.
Yeah, because
Now,
of...
who's that?
Brock Lesnar.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Their champion just walked out and was like, no, fuck it. If you're not going to make the rules apply to this motherfucker, then I'm not going to do shit.
Wow. Alright, I got something to ask you about this shit, and I can't believe we're focusing on this crap. But I saw something the other day. I got to know what the fuck. What the fuck is this Flintstones WW whatever the fuck bullshit?
Flintstones what?
I swear to God, there's a fucking Flintstones cartoon that's got fucking wrestlers in it.
Oh, you're talking about,
What the fuck?
Slam City.
I don't know.
It looks like claymation shit.
No, this is fucking Flintstones, man. I'm serious.
I never seen that.
I could pull it up.
I know there's like the claymation fucking.
Which, hang on, we're gonna pause this, and I'm gonna pull this up and show it to him. I want to know what the fuck's going on.
Yeah. So
yeah. That was the thing, wasn't it?
They gave Hanna-Barbera, I guess, a fuck ton of money to then bring back a dead product that everyone looked back on with nostalgia. So Flintstones and WWE.
Well, Flintstones is flat. Okay, it's dead to me. It's dead. It's dead to me. I'm done. I'll still eat a bowl of Fruity Pebbles. You know, I love me some Fruity Pebbles. But fuck it, I'm done. I'm done.
The fact is that was made so long ago. It's probably gonna be encroaching on only 2 years since CM Punk left the company.
Mm-hmm.
So he probably did that voice work all for him, like throughout that time.
Yeah.
So
it might have been a reason why he quit. It just occurred to him. He's like, "Fuck this noise. I can't deal with this shit.
I can't ruin Flintstones."
It's just
like, oh my god, like
now hang on. I'm not going to bitch too much about the whole wrestling aspect because they had wrestling in the Flintstones way back then.
Yeah.
It was Fred and Barney with the water buffaloes going to see a show.
Yeah.
They didn't make no big deal of it. It was just them at the show for a minute, and that was, it led to other shit. But, my God.
I don't see anything.
The voices weren't right. The animation is just fucking bad.
Yeah.
It's just... And Pebbles. Pebbles don't talk.
No.
I'm sorry.
She didn't even talk much when she was an adult, either.
Yeah, well, she did Dada and Goo Goo Goo, kid shit,
They had Bam Bam spot on, but you can't fuck up Bam Bam.
Yeah. I never liked the one with them as teenagers.
Really?
No.
I've only seen it like a handful of times.
Because they pussified Bam Bam. He suddenly had no strength, no nothing. Pebbles was this, overbearing feminist bullshit.
I didn't pay attention.
Yeah, it was fucking horrid.
All I remember
garbage.
is, they made, Pebbles 10 out of 10.
Oh, yeah, well, yeah.
Well, she was Wilma's daughter, so.
Exactly, yeah. So, yeah. That just goes into that's just going down the wrong fucking avenue there. We're cutting that.
Wait, you never heard of a SILF before?
A what?
A SILF? A CILF?
What's that?
Instead of
a card. Yeah.
Learn something new every day.
Yeah.
Instead of a double G MILF.
I've never heard that term, but I understand it completely.
Yeah. So,
yeah. I feel dirty. I need a shower after that.
I feel thoroughly disappointed. I was hoping, though, out of WWE Studios, or at least The fact that The Rock is in the G.I. Joe films, is that whenever they would add in the dreadnoughts, they would be like, "Hey, Punk, do you want to be a dreadnought?" You'd be like, "Fuck yes."
Dude, as much as I can't bring myself to watch the G.I. Joe stuff.
Well, I
watched like 5 minutes of it one time over at a guy's house, you know.
I haven't watched. If it's any, I've never
bad.
watched an entire. I don't even think I've seen 5 minutes of it.
I watched for like 5 minutes, and I was like, I can't I'm not going to deal with this, you know. But regardless, if I had the chance, somebody said, "Hey, you get to be a dreadnought," I'm fucking there, dude. You know, I am so fucking there.
Which dreadnought would you play?
With my hair and stuff?
Yeah.
Zanzibar.
Which one was
the
that?
pirate.
Oh, yeah.
I think I got the hair for it.
Yeah.
It'd be the only one, you know, I wouldn't cut, you know, I wouldn't cut the shit, so.
Just have it all out. And
a ponytail. He always wore it in a top knot.
Top knot.
Hey, don't you remember my figures?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Punk said that he would play the guy that one starts with a Z.
Zartan?
Yeah.
He's going to be the leader?
I think that's what he wanted to do. The guy that can change his identity.
Yeah, Zartan.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. He seems more like maybe a Torch. But I don't know. He didn't have the mustache and shit for it.
I don't know. Well, I don't know. Punk can grow with a pretty good mustache.
Well, yeah, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It would take a certain kind of person to play each one.
Yeah.
Now, I would love to I'd love to just completely take all that G.I. Joe bullshit, shove it to the side, and say, we're going to do it the way it's really meant to be done.
They should do it like they did the Marvel movies. They really should have.
Yeah. I would go hardcore with it, though, because everybody, they seem to overlook it. But goddammit, they were the Road Warrior.
Yeah.
That's why, of all the G.I. Joes, I didn't give a fuck about the G.I. Joes. I didn't care. It was all about the Dreadnoughts.
Yeah.
Because, you know me, I love fucking Road Warrior.
Yeah.
You know? I had the fucking Thunder Machine, man, when I was a kid. Holy shit, that was my holy grail.
So,
you know?
So were you more of a fan of Max or more of a fan of?
Oh, it was all about fucking Humongous and Wes.
Yeah,
dude.
of course. Yeah.
It was about the Smegma Crazies and the Gay Boy Berserkers.
Yeah.
Which is weird. I identified as a person, as a decent human, with the fucking survivors, you know, the good people. But there was a part of me that was like, you know, fuck that. We go in, we kill, you know.
I know you're
like Wes.
I know you're more of a fan of the second Mad Max movie.
Oh yeah, yeah.
My favorite one's always been the first.
Well, the first one had qualities. I don't know how to put it.
Well, I like the fact
it really kind of sets the mood.
Yeah,
because it doesn't go directly into the, you know, boom, you're in the fucking war.
Yeah, I like that it wasn't post-apocalypse. It was like a little pre and
it's kind of it's during it. It's in the fall, because the world is not going to end with a bang.
Yeah,
it's going to end with a whimper.
Yeah, and
that's what was happening. The oil's being shut off. The economy's going to hell. You know, we can see parallels in it now, dude. Yeah. They were trying to teach us lessons then of what the fuck was going to happen, and you know yourself, that world could fucking happen. All it would take 3 days. Yeah. 3 fucking days with no electricity, no food, no communications. And as long as maybe we still had oil and energy reserves, people would kind of keep their shit together a little. But you start letting people get hungry. Yeah. And in 3 days' time, 3 fucking days' time, someone's getting fuking eaten.
I think
that's all it's going to take. Somebody's going to get fucking strung up, and they're going to start eating people.
Remember the New York blackouts? How it brought together more of a communal thing, and there wasn't like hardly any looting or shit.
But that shit didn't go 3 days.
No, it didn't go for 3 days, but they did keep them fed.
Yeah.
I do believe that's why that didn't turn into, you know, what I was expecting when they were like, oh, New York is all blacked out. I was like, well, they're about to fucking loot. Right. And
let's say right now, something happens, whatever, I don't know. You know, we get a earthquake here on the New Madrid. The 15 fucking nuclear reactors in our area go to shit. Yeah. And we got 15 nuclear reactors near the New Madrid fault.
Yeah. Which, great fucking civil planning there.
Yeah.
Stupid fucking bastards.
Yeah. Dude, the disruption that would be caused by like a massive earthquake on the New Madrid, alright, with 15 fucking reactors going offline, maybe even going full Fukushima, which is another thing we should talk about someday. The whole Fukushima thing, that's the biggest fucking pile of shit we should
make a side podcast, I think, for that one.
It would take a whole fucking podcast, because that's just ridiculous. If suddenly we had something happen on a major scale, a comet strike, heaven forbid, actual nuke war.
Yeah.
Alright? We got 3 days of food in the stores. Okay? We've got, think of the warehouses of food. There's maybe a week or two held back. Now that we're at a point where we're going to our strategic grain reserves, alright? Shit is not getting produced like energy. Gasoline gets scarce as fuck. No propane, no none of this. Coal is not being delivered.
Yeah.
Okay? Next thing you know, we're falling back on the strategic oil reserves. And what's it going to take to protect that shit? They're going to have to go full hardcore martial law overnight.
Yeah.
To protect the oil reserves. That shit runs out in a month or two, man. Just limited time. Boom, it's fucking gone.
Yeah. And
I'm telling you, in certain areas, food gets cut off 3 fucking days. Someone is getting their ass eat. It's happening. We literally are that fucking close at any moment to the whole world falling the fuck apart.
I have, not as a humanity kind of dragging its feet kind of thing. Mm-hmm. I have more of I think things break more slowly down over time than what they seem to be. Like, even though everything's like now pushed forward at such a fast rate and everything's constantly changing, humanity runs rather slowly.
Yeah.
It's always been a slow crawl.
All right.
Throughout all of human existence.
Katrina.
Well,
what happened in Katrina, dude?
Oh, yeah, it was...
How fast did Katrina fall to shit?
It was breakdown right away, but I'm talking about, like, as an overall fall, like something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, people are gonna... As soon as they start getting hungry, they're gonna start getting fucking crazy.
Yeah, they're gonna fucking lose their goddamn minds.
It barely takes anything nowadays to like, push someone barely over the edge.
Oh, yeah.
Like, an entire community, like, going up in arms over just someone getting shot.
Well, yeah, but part of it, that shit, you know yourself, that shit is being bred and installed in people on purpose.
Yeah.
They want to be able to trigger that shit.
And there's no fucking point to.
Once again, that's another 4 fucking hours we could talk on that.
We need to change the subject quick.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fucking marionette battles. New JonTron.
Wow, that's a segue out of nowhere.
Yeah, it's a segue out of nowhere. Fucking new JonTron with the Barbie thing.
Uh-huh. What about it?
I haven't watched it sober yet, but while drunk. It was the funniest goddamn shit I've ever seen.
She looks like chicken.
She looks like chicken. I almost shot Miller out of my goddamn nose.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty fucking good.
Like, I was on the TV and I was going through my subscriptions, and I had to watch I think 3 or 4 videos before this. And if I knew that JonTron was new, I would have been straight to John. But I saw that and it was like a little birthday present. It said JonTron Barbie game. So I was like, and my parents were like, what the fuck? And I was like, we're about to watch the best goddamn show on the internet.
Yeah, but same time, didn't a part of you jump up and say, the nerd already did it?
No, not really.
And you didn't think of the nerd at all?
No, I every time, to me, James Rolfe and JonTron are so fucking different.
Oh, yeah, they're totally different. But they did pop in my head, you know. It was one of those, The Simpsons did it, kind of moments. You know, because it's happened more than once. You know.
Did he? No, he did Olympic Games. He didn't do California Games like what JonTron did. Which
I had.
California Games? I think I did too. I think I had both the Olympic Games. Mm-hmm. Maybe not the Winter Olympic ones. Or maybe that was track and field. I don't remember what it was. I don't remember what the fuck I had.
Well, I had California Games, and I remember the part that I actually enjoyed was the Frisbee. I've seen people reviews, give it a ration of shit, but you had to be exact.
Yeah.
Which, okay, yeah, there's a segue for you. Just the same bullshit. It's the same fucking game mechanic that pisses me off about this other one.
Uh-huh.
Alright, I normally don't play games. I just don't. I'm not a gamer,
Yeah.
I fucking grew up. I'm not a little boy anymore. Sorry.
Yeah. Whereas I play games now for the gameplay and the...
Yeah.
If they have a story, I'll play it.
Yeah.
Like, unlike Civilization,
Well, Civilization is just a thing unto itself.
Yeah,
dude.
you make your own kind of story with it through the actions you take, but go ahead.
Yeah. Alright. I was playing, like I said, I've been playing The Godfather, which mainly I'm playing it because the fucking story.
Yeah.
It's the fucking Godfather, dude. I've read the books and just, holy fuck, I've watched the movies. And that game's alright. The best part. A little sidetrack, but the best part, you get to choke a bitch.
You get to Charlie Murphy.
You get to put your hands around her neck and
Wayne
just
Brady.
fucking strangle them.
Does Wayne Brady got a choke a bitch?
Exactly. Yes.
That's what I would have called my character.
Now,
Wayne Brady.
I've been playing ScarFace.
The ScarFace, The World Is Yours.
Yes.
On PlayStation 2.
Alright. Normally I'd bitch about a sequel of a movie that should never have a sequel.
Yeah.
But I can dig this. Alternate world, he did live through it. Fucking Manny give himself up, basically to save his ass and all that.
Yeah.
Fucking beautiful. Beautiful fucking intro to it. I do not want to play a fucking game where I have to go into a bank and negotiate my goddamn interest rate.
For the Coke thing?
What the fuck is going on? Not the dealers. No.
Yeah.
That's bad enough. It's the same game mechanic as in California Games throwing the fucking frisbee.
About the bar moving up and down?
Yeah, the bar. In this one it just goes in a circle. I'm in this fucking bank, and all of a sudden I've got to negotiate my fucking interest rate every time I want to save it.
It's cause you're money laundering.
I don't give a flying fuck, dude. I am there to play a game about a badass fucking mafia guy.
Yeah.
I don't give a flying fuck about the interest rates on his goddamn bank account.
Well, actually, yes.
It's fucking bad game design. It's just fucking awful.
I don't really equivocate that with being either good or bad.
It's fucking horrid, dude.
I don't think it's
asinine.
A bad thing.
It's asinine.
Well, yeah, I don't think it should belong there at all. I'll tell you, I don't think it should belong there at all.
I have a problem.
But if they wanted to make some negotiating thing, like a negotiating minigame, they should have actually taken the time and did it through dialogue.
It should have been him when he was in the fucking office.
Yeah.
When he's talking to his former banker who did this shit.
And every single time you have to say the right thing.
Yeah.
And it changes from time to time what you have to say. Like whether or not you have to intimidate him or whether or not you have to sweet talk him.
Part of this game. To save your fucking game, you gotta go into the bank.
Yeah.
Which
I think is fucking stupid. Why wouldn't you save it at the mansion?
Exactly.
Like, that's a fucking problem. I was constantly driving at the mansion anyway.
When he sits at his fucking desk.
Yeah.
That's how you save the game. Should be him sitting at his fucking desk.
But another sidetrack from this kind of thing. Wasn't when you bought the mansion back and it was all fucking shot shit. Wasn't that the fucking greatest thing? Mm-hmm.
And the characters, he's basically buying it from fucking Crockett and Tubbs.
Yeah. Fucking Miami Vice. Like, I was like, when you pull up to the mansion for the first time to buy it, and the fucking two officers are there, I was like, holy shit, Miami Vice.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Well, and if you look, they're even dressed kind of that way. And matter of fact, one of the first things I did...
Just like Tommy Vercetti and Lance...
When I met him at the club, the first time you meet him, I love the fact that I was just able to draw back and just slap fucking Tubbs right in his goddamn face. That's the first thing I did. I was like, fuck you, Tubbs.
The soundtrack.
Oh, the soundtrack is...
Oh my god, it's so good.
Well, it's great. It's a fucking just fantastic soundtrack. But...
Here we go.
But, the fucking random player...
Yeah.
Sucks balls. He plays the same 4 fucking songs over and over and over.
You can turn them songs off, though.
I know. Yeah. You always had to fuck with that shit, though.
Yeah.
And I want to hear the music. I'm forever having to turn that damn thing over to the fucking pop station. Because to me, the 80s pop fits the soundtrack, And you can they even have the original soundtrack.
Yeah, the Rush to the AO.
Yeah, yeah.
That's one of my favorite 80s songs.
Which it plays. That's one of the songs I'm talking about. Plays all the time.
Yeah.
But it's to me that's an exception.
Yeah, because it's fucking Blondie.
Yeah, yeah. That I'm happy with, but there's just some others that annoy the fuck out of me. You know.
Don't they get into like
there's
some reggae shit that just
there's like 2 or 3 channels of that.
Yeah,
and then there's groups like Cypress Hill and all these others. They don't fit in that fucking.
I didn't even remember they were a part of that game.
Yeah, there's a lot of music in that was really way after the fact.
Yeah, because they weren't around in like it was supposed to be 1985, 86.
Somewhere up through there.
When ScarFace actually happened.
Yeah, and
Cypress Hill wasn't a thing until like 91, 92.
At least. Yeah. I want to say 93 is when their record come out.
Yeah.
Like their first one. But getting back to what I was talking about. It annoys the fuck out of me to deal with my goddamn interest rate. I have a major fucking problem with Tony Montana standing his ass in front of a goddamn teller.
Yeah.
What?
You're making so much goddamn money that you deal with.
Yeah.
It would be like if you had like a $10 million account.
Yeah.
And you wanted to negotiate an interest rate, because at that point, I don't care who the fuck you are. If you have $10 million in that bank, you can tell the banker what kind of interest rate.
And especially if you're in the dirty bullshit like Tony was in the movies, he fucking goes into the office. He just walks his ass into the office,
and then all those guys bring the duffel bags of money.
Yeah.
Where were your fucking henchmen?
Well, hang on. There is a scene when you first arrive at the bank. You've got this whole, like the warehouse that he used to run.
Yeah.
This other guy's took it over. You go in, fucking shoot the place all to fuck or something. And you have to run back through the town in the armored car.
Yeah.
Alright, I just...
Video game 4 shit.
Gameplay bullshit.
Yeah.
But, and then, there is a scene where they're talking about the teller. She says something about, you're here to make a deposit? And how much, sir? He's like, are you kidding me?
The whole fucking truck, man.
Yeah, do you see the truck sitting out there?
Are you joking with me, not coño? Huh?
Yeah.
You joking with me, not coño? The whole fucking truck. You don't see that fucking truck right now?
Exactly. And it's just...
You know what a hassa is? A hassa is a dumb bitch behind the counter asking a stupid question. Load that truck.
Exactly. And then to add insult to injury, what do they hand me? They hand me a fucking catalog.
Oh yeah, where you buy the cars and shit?
Oh, come the fuck on.
Where are the planes? Like I'm gonna be the typical asshole in every fucking video game.
Fucking,
like with Grand Theft Auto 4.
You mean to tell me, to buy upgrades, I'm going through the Sky Mall catalog? Really, Sky Mall? Fuck.
Dude, them guns are expensive to upgrade. It's ridiculously expensive to upgrade your guns.
The whole game, it has some major fucking flaws, dude.
But the gameplay, though, is fun.
Some of it is fucking fantastic.
Have you drove the boats yet?
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's one of the best parts.
Yeah, that's the scene, I'm at the first boat mission. It's something stupid. You're trying to get a hold of the fucking tobacco shop. And this guy's like, oh, so-and-so took my papers. And you got to do this big, long chase where they're supposed to be throwing like a single sheet of paper out the fucking boat at a time. Stupid shit. It's just a rip. That part is a kind of rip off of some of the fucking Vice City bullshit. Yeah. But overall, I'm kind of happy. I like the way that you can play the other characters, like the drivers and...
Yeah.
Which one of the first fucking things I did, I was like, got to play with the other characters. I'm like, oh, he's got an AK. Well, let's put this in the trunk for Tony.
Yeah.
All the good guns and shit he had. I was like, Tony gets all this shit,
Remember in San Andreas, how you can like walk up to a gang member and be like, hey man, you want to come with me? And you can pile them into a car and then do like a gang mission.
Yeah, that's something I like, that you can call, Tony can call and have his car delivered.
Yeah.
And the guy will follow you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why can't you just, like, for some of the missions, like, especially later on when you have a fuck ton of money, send out your fucking henchmen to do it.
Yeah.
Like, why can't you, like you should be able to, after a certain point of running the coke yourself. I can imagine if you wanted to go and be like, oh yeah, I'm going to go run this coke mission. You're going to take Tony with it. And instead of actually driving the boat, you just fucking shoot at the other ones.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they kind of do where you can shoot at other people and shit. And,
but why can't you just automate that entire process.
You should.
Yeah,
you really
like,
should.
Like the bank depositing thing, like you should have to go in there every now and then.
Mm-hmm.
But why couldn't you like send down your henchmen like in the fucking movie and they carry in the money duffel bags at a time?
Exactly.
Like, why is it a small branch bank in the very beginning?
Yeah,
I'm going to drive a big ass armored car up to a fucking kiosk? Are you fucking kidding me? I want to park it in the garage underneath the bank downtown.
Yeah, like the way they get their deliveries and shit. Yeah,
that's why. Like
well, the whole dealer bullshit is crap too.
Yeah,
you mean to tell me Tony, who he supposedly has fallen
at the very beginning, I can kind of see it.
Kinda, but he has fallen from this great big fucking, had everything. The world was his, and now he's down to fucking dealing with street dealers, making $5,000 deals at a time. I just don't. I have trouble. He would call up his fucking toadies. He would call up the people left of his organization, and he would say, "Look, I'm still here. Make this shit fucking happen."
That's what was supposed to drive the story, is that everyone died.
Well, yeah,
but
kinda. But there's few people left, like his lawyers, some other people.
Yeah.
But I have problem though. The idea that he wouldn't just be calling up these guys and say, "Hey, I'm still around. I'm still here. Fuck Sosa. Let's get this shit going."
Yeah.
And his people supposedly had loyalty. He did not deal with anybody
that wasn't loyal.
Yeah, 100%.
Because these people were willing to die for him, and they did in the movie.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting at. He would have at least a couple, because he does meet some contacts.
Yeah.
There's a couple of contacts. Like one is this black guy with dreads and shit.
Yeah, the typical reggae Jamaican guy.
Yeah. And, he's like one of your fucking movers, Yeah.
But I'll keep praising the Grand Theft Auto series, like even through.
Oh yeah.
No matter what they fucking say, but that's what I like so much about GTA 5.
Mm-hmm.
Is that everything was consistent.
Mm-hmm.
You could fucking believe what was happening. The story was deep, and you didn't really have to put up with any bullshit.
Exactly.
Like, yeah, of course you have some of the chase missions that feel the same. When Grand Theft Auto will do that cheap shit where they'll have like a box truck pull out of you in front of you when you're in the middle of a fucking chase.
Always.
Every fucking time.
Godfather's got the same fucking bad mechanic.
Yeah.
There's this one road in particular, whenever you're heading up to the compound, and once again, it kind of blows me away to think about this with games. Like, when you're getting off the interstate, and you're going down the fucking off-ramp. I don't know, that kind of fucks with me, like in Godfather, where you got to go from Brooklyn all the way to fucking New Jersey, and it's like, God damn it, I've got to take the fucking,
I had to take the fucking turnpike. The fuck is this shit?
Exactly, and you get this long fucking drive. But there's this one part, every motherfucking time, you can time it. You know it's gonna happen. Alright? When you pull up to that fucking off-ramp that leads up to the compound, there will always be a fucking car come out. Always at the exact same moment. It's a random car, but it will always fucking be there. Yeah. I don't care what direction you approach from. It's always there.
Yeah. But
that's just, once again, bad game design.
Yeah. For chase missions, I can understand them wanting to throw out more obstacles at you.
It's lazy programming is what it is.
I don't know if it's lazy programming or just wanting to make it more difficult on a straightaway.
To always be there at the exact same moment.
Well, dude, I'm talking about Grand Theft Auto. It's like the box truck pulling out.
I'm talking about the Godfather game that it's bad design.
Yeah,
and even in the Grand Theft Auto game, it's kind of bad design, man. I mean,
I think it's more of the people that plan out the missions. Mm-hmm. I think it's more of them wanting to throw an extra obstacle in your way, like how fast as a driver can you react to something? Because you'll be playing as one of the main characters, Franklin. Of course, like fucking hauling ass, dude, in the fucking Buffalo. Yeah, and every fucking time this guy knows what I'm talking about. Every fucking time.
Oh yeah, in case anybody wondering, my nephew Smeagol, he's in here listening to us.
Yeah, you will fucking plow.
Yes.
But he knows that you will plow into that front passenger side tire every fucking time.
Let's not forget about when you're on the motorcycle.
Oh yeah, when you're on the motorcycle, you'll end up flipping over the top of the fucking hood.
Yeah.
Well, I really enjoy. A lot of people hate the new Grand Theft Auto mechanic that was in 4, where if you hit something too hard, you'll fly out the windshield and die.
To me, that makes sense.
I have no problem with that whatsoever.
I have no problem with it. It's like when games first started getting like damage, and I want to say it was one of the Need for Speed games that I can't remember which one. It's forever ago. But when I first started seeing cars get damage, I was like, fucking hey, this is the way it needs to go.
Yeah. And
especially like in the Grand Theft Autos when the goddamn wheels are shot out and the fucking thing's all over the road. And, oh, fuck, you got 400 cops after you. You're driving this busted ass hoopty, you know what I mean? Fucking smoke's rolling. Your heart's fucking beating, dude.
Yeah,
you're in that fucking game, you know?
The immersion experience is so damn important with it. And there are certain things, like you said, having to deal with interest rates that take you right the fuck out of it.
Exactly. It's just, you get into it and I'm like, alright, man, I'm fucking, Tony Montana,
I get to be a badass. I get to go to the club that he went to. I get to like deal with coked up bitches all the time. Like, they should have made that game like just more fucking sleazy instead of like Tony like wanting to rise.
It is kind of sleazy. And have you talked to people?
Oh yeah, but
what the fuck? That is a mechanic I don't understand. I understand talking to people, but you get this bonus for going through these long-winded fucking just random bullshits. I don't even know what the fuck that's about.
I don't know. You should like be wanting to fuck bitches in the club constantly.
Well, he does. If you listen to what he's saying, he's always talking shit. To him.
Yeah. You should like come up to like the bitches in the club and do that shitty dance he was doing, like waving his arms back and forth. Like, hey, old baby, I got a pink Cadillac with a leopard print interior. All right, every fucking time.
Except for I think in the game it's like a yellowish color, but yeah.
Yeah, I can't. Was it a? No, it was yellowish color in the movie, too.
Yeah, yellowish.
I did see a Mary Kay pink Cadillac the other day.
Awesome.
Yeah.
You know, I'm secure enough in my manhood. I would drive a fucking pink Cadillac.
It was a newer model. I think.
Fuck the newer ones.
I
have no interest in Cadillac after about 1979.
If it is like a fucking 63 boat.
Oh, God.
Or
the classic, the 59.
Just
But you know another one that's just pimp as fuck.
Damn near double bubble pink.
Dude, the 76 up through that era. Mm-hmm. You know, back whenever maybe not 76. About a year before they went to that front wheel drive bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah, that's when they got kind of shitty.
Now I've been wishing that I've had front wheel drive over this fucking ice and shit. But.
Oh yeah.
That's been the only time. Like, as soon as for 2 weeks, like, I wish I had front wheel drive, and the rest of the time, I'm like, yeah, fuck it, I don't care. I understand it, but if you've ever had to actually get into the clutch and shit on a front wheel drive. No, I've never.
Oh, fuck all that shit.
That's what I'm talking about, fucking manual. The only front wheel drive vehicle I've ever driven is my mom's van. Manual transmission. And, like, with that, I can't...
That's automatic, ain't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's automatic transmission, yeah.
Fuck, I don't want to say manual. But, I've never driven it over ice or anything, so I wouldn't know, differences in handling.
Oh, dude, rear wheel... Yeah, there's a big difference between rear wheel and front wheel.
I've felt my fucking tail end in that van go like this for my van.
Trust me, like I was telling you the other day, there's nothing fucking more exhilarating to get on an old fucking busted ass country road in a big old 78 Oldsmobile with a 350 big block on ice and snow and just fucking eat it up. Ugh. Oh my God.
I can't take it.
My
asshole crawls up to my elbows.
I am a fan of old-fashioned Detroit iron.
Dude, we were driving back from Martin, and we were coming off the university, going on to the highway, and we were in pretty heavy traffic because it was the first day that anyone was able to get out of their house, so people were going stir crazy. It just all flooded Martin at one time.
Oh yeah,
we were at the stoplight for like 20 minutes or so. No shit there. Like coming into town, down in front of from the road, the new Save Lot and shit.
Were people losing their shit that much?
Yeah, it was fucking crazy. But like we went to Walmart, it wasn't that packed. It was just fucking weird. But anyway, we were coming around making that right turn to go back home. I fucking rear ended my dad's Jeep, like fucking wobbled, and I felt my nuts draw up so hard and fast to go to my throat that they punched me in the heart and like lodged there.
Just had a couple of little raisinets dancing around in the back of your throat.
Just wham! It was like punch my heart. It was just like right there in my throat. Yeah. I was like, oh, Jesus Christ! And I was like, yeah. And I was like, my nuts punched me in the heart on the way up to my throat.
Oh yeah. Well, I want to say I was about 16, and it same kind of weather kind of we're having now, but it come this huge fucking ice storm, dude. I mean, it was weird. We'd either get snow a few times, like when I was a little kid, it got really deep a couple of times. But it was like every year we'd get a fucking huge ice storm. Yeah. I mean, fucking huge. And I remember my old man's taking us to school, and we're bopping along, and this is when he still had the 69 Pontiac, the Catalina.
Boat.
Oh, I want that car back. I would really love to have a 2-door Catalina.
Like my mom's old 88 Lincoln Town Car Signature Series.
Oh, yeah.
Where the only door that opened it was the back driver's side.
Yeah, but that car was gangsta.
I hated that thing so goddamn much. I really did. I hated that and the little Dodge Shadow she had.
Yeah.
Like she looks back on things with more fondness than what they actually were.
Like her in a Polera.
Yeah, her in a Polera, and then like the fucking shitty Dodge Shadow where the driver's side door had to be held closed with a bungee cord, and then the passenger side door had to be fucking like slammed 2 or 3 times before it actually closed. And she was fucking pissed off one time that she didn't close. I was like, I guess I'll drive this motherfucker to the door spot. She's like, oh yeah, I like my little Shadow, or like the Shadow that I had. I'm like, the fuck you didn't.
You used to cuss that car daily.
Yeah, I'm glad you get that fucking deer. That car was a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Oh no, it wasn't. No, Dad forgot to put fucking oil in it one day and blew up the engine. That's what happened to that piece of shit. I'm glad Dad forgot to oil that thing. Fuck that car. I fucking hated it.
Back to what I was talking about. Alright, my old man, get this. He's taking us to school. Okay. It's icy as fuck. It ain't like today. By God, you see a snowflake, everybody fucking panics. School's closed for a week and a half. Oh, fuck.
It's like because they have bus drivers now that just regularly kill kids on fucking...
They're too fucking lazy to get out there and do it. That's what it is. And, I mean, the teachers and shit are probably looking out, oh, fuck this. There's a chance for me to slack off today. You know? What the fuck do they care? They're getting paid anyway.
They're salaried. It don't fucking matter.
Well, I mean, they're going to push their agenda any fucking way. It don't matter,
Other podcasts.
Yeah, there's a 10-hour fucking segment right there.
But
anyway, we're in the car, and we're coming from fucking, I used to live at the old trailer park, of course,
I used to live in the apartment complex. I feel bad.
Yeah. But anyway, we're coming back, or going to Sharon, he's going to drop us off. This fucking asshole comes by us. Yeah.
Radio edit.
Yeah.
Oh,
anyway. Alright. He's taking us. This asshole passes us, dude, and I bet he's doing fucking 80 mile an hour. This road is solid fucking ice.
Fucking glass?
Yes.
Oh my God.
He is fucking hauling it. And this is a 2-lane highway, dude. This is before they put the fucking bypass and shit through. Alright, it was 2-lane straight, between here and Martin. And you can still see the remains of the old road out there at the edge of town. Anyway, this asshole passes us. I mean, he's a fucking streak. And my old man was like, you dumb motherfucker. And he looks at me and he said, we'll be seeing his ass in a mile or two. Okay, Pop. Whatever you say. You know. I'm a kid. I know everything. He doesn't, Sure enough, dude. We weren't it wasn't 30 seconds, a minute later, we come up and here's that motherfucker. He's not just off in the ditch. He is way the fuck out in the goddamn soybean fields. I mean, he had spun it and it looked like somebody's just frisbeed right off the fucking highway. I bet, dude, there used to be, a 15-foot drop?
Yeah.
Just boom, he's right out there in the middle of that field.
I bet he shit and pissed his pants.
I
the second
hope.
time.
I hope he did.
I bet he shit, pissed, vomit, sneezed, jizzed all at one time.
I hope he did.
Had an ear leak.
Yeah.
Cried a little.
Mm-hmm.
I know that's what I would have been doing in that situation.
Dad didn't break. He didn't break stride. We still doing like a solid fucking 30. You know, just creeping in that old Catalina. He looks over and we happen to see that dude. He's outside of the fucking car and he is huffing and puffing and stomping around. You know, you can just see it. And I asked Dad. I said, "We gonna stop and help him?" He's like, "Fuck that guy. He got everything he fucking deserves."
Yeah, of course he did.
Yeah, and this is the day before everybody had a fucking phone in their pocket. Yeah. You know, this is back when a phone used to be the size of a goddamn lunchbox.
That thing that was mounted to the wall.
Yeah. I mean, a car phone was some bullshit that hooked into a goddamn CB radio thing, you know?
Oh, yeah, that James Bond had.
Exactly, yeah. Or fucking Andy Griffith.
Dude.
Andy Griffith had a car phone.
Dude, I don't... I remember clearly days before everyone had a cell phone.
Mm-hmm.
I remember days before I had a fucking cell phone.
Yeah.
Now I couldn't imagine, going ever home without one.
When I was in high school, a buddy of mine, he bought his first car. And he bought this old, goddamn, it was 84, 85 Oldsmobile. I mean, it was like a 5-year-old car then.
Yeah.
And he bought it off this older guy. And there was a car phone in it. Yeah.
You had to pay the service for it? Or?
Yeah, it was expensive as fuck.
I can imagine.
But it had an old-fashioned, I mean, like a fucking Bell telephone headset right there on the console. All right, with a fucking dial.
A fucking rotary?
Yes, a fucking rotary dial.
Dude, I can imagine that would... It's like trying to text with one of those things and drive. Yeah. People would stop fucking texting and driving.
It had this weird fucking antenna. It was in the trunk, you know. But a weird goddamn antenna you're supposed to set up on the car and shit for it. I remember my buddy, like, so we're in high school.
Who do you even call? Like, if you were to buy...
the guy was a realtor. The guy that owned the car was a realtor or some kind of bullshit.
But nowadays, who if you said I want a car phone, like if you went to a dealership and was like,
oh, you want one integrated into the dash and like Bluetooth and yeah,
I want an old school car phone and this cheap. That dealer would be like,
where the fuck are we going to get this? eBay?
They would like sit down in their chair for a second, and they would be like,
yeah, he'd be thinking, where am I going to get this antique piece of shit? On eBay? He would nobody has this crap.
He would open up his drawer, right?
Yeah.
Right there at the desk, pull out his gun and shoot himself. like.
But say, he would have to resort, he just closes the laptop, reaches deep into filing cabinets, pulls out the old dusty Rolodex from the fucking 80s. Yeah. Blows all that dust off. Let's see if these motherfuckers are still alive.
Hi, is Johnson car installation there? Oh, Mr. Johnson died? Oh,
when was that? Oh, 96. Okay.
He killed himself because of Nokia? Oh, that shit sucks. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but okay, back to this. My buddy, and it was so funny, man. We were laughing, talking about, oh, ain't you fucking highfalutin? You got a car phone, And he went on this fucking rant. And for him, it was totally out of character. Yeah. He was the nicest guy. He went on this motherfucking rant. He said, 1, I'm not paying what it would cost to have that sumbitch hooked up. He said, 2, I'm in the fucking car. You can goddamn wait for me to get home if you want to fucking talk to me. I am in the car. I am driving. I mean, this is, like I said, 91.
Yeah, this is like 10 years before.
Yeah.
This shit was actually a problem. Like,
yeah.
I don't answer.
I helped him rip it out of the fucking car.
Yeah.
He wanted it the fuck out.
I don't answer my phone while I'm driving.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I need to, but I will pull over. Like, because now I'm, like, under DOT regulations. I have to pull over.
Mm-hmm.
And if I get a text, fuck you. You can wait till my next stop.
Mm-hmm.
There's no reason why anyone should be constantly connected to every single fucking thing. Like, I'm 23 years old.
How else could they track you, man? If you ain't connected all the time, they don't get to track you.
But do another podcast.
Exactly. That's an episode of another goddamn thing right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But even right now, my phone was in yellow bar before. It's like, I might need to call someone later.
Mm-hmm.
So I went ahead and turned it off.
Yeah.
I turned off my fucking technology, put it back in my pocket, save for a rainy day.
Mm-hmm.
People don't fucking do that. Like,
they can't.
Now, I don't know why they can't.
They physically are addicted, dude. They've been encouraged to be addicted. It's not just, hey, shiny, and that's a big part of it. Yeah. It's the whole, ooh, shiny, something new. I've got to constantly be fucking entertained. People are fucking selfish.
Yeah.
It is an excuse for them not to fucking pay attention to you. Have you noticed the complete breakdown of the conversation?
Yeah.
It used to be you'd go into a place, you'd sit down and be waiting, you're in a waiting room or whatever. People would sit and fucking talk. It didn't matter if you knew the other guy or not. You would sit and discuss everything.
I don't think in like a doctor's waiting room or
anywhere.
I don't think
when you had to sit and wait, people just had they might talk about something as mindless as the weather or the trivial bullshit on the radio or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
But people would sit and fucking talk.
Well,
there was more of a closeness and a true interconnectedness, but on a human level.
Yeah.
Not as a society so much, but as people.
And getting to talk to, different people who you live around, you get to kind of understand, more of your surroundings, more of the types of people that you do live around.
You understand your monkey sphere.
Yeah. Whether, now you can, like the Tumblr communities.
Oh, God.
Yeah, that's something for another day.
Fuck them people.
Yeah, but they get to be within their own relative space.
Yeah.
Where they all just agree with each other.
Yeah, it's just...
the fuck is...
It's a big goddamn echo box is what it is.
You don't have any conflict come from the outside world, and everything that you hear are just ways to make your opinion right.
Yeah.
And that's another thing that I find wrong with people. Like, I know, like, when we first started hanging out, like, that's when you told me about how badly it pissed you off that someone that you had known constantly played Angry Birds when they're on their phone. I fucking hate that shit. When people are sitting there texting the entire time trying to talk to them.
Yeah. I remember there was a couple of times where you'd be fiddling around with your phone. And I don't know if you remember me doing it, but I called you on it a couple of times. I was like, hey, man, are you going to stare at that fucking phone? Or are you going to talk?
I was probably...
But it wasn't like being a prick. It was just like, I didn't even know if you realized you were doing it.
It was maybe I was... I don't know what I might have been doing at the time, but it might have been like me looking up something that you had mentioned. Yeah,
it could have been, but at the same time, it was us and some other folks, people more my age, older than you. There was a dynamic of us, the way we reacted, and like I said, you're doing, for you, what was normal.
Yeah.
Oh, you talked about that subject, I'm going to look it up and learn more about it. But in a way, we would kind of look at that and go like, what the fuck do we...
Oh, yeah, that was back when we hung over at our other friends' houses.
Yeah. I'm talking about like the early days when I first fucking met you.
Yeah. I was talking about later on.
You were still in fucking high school and shit.
But, oh my God, dude, I haven't thought about that shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You'd come out of this other world where that's acceptable. You were actually involved in the conversation, but at the same time...
But I was doing research for it later.
Yeah.
Like what it
was still... I guess it was the old geezer and us. All of us actually kind of noticed.
That where if you don't know something, you don't know it.
Yeah.
And where...
You just accepted it, like, I'll look that up in the future.
Yeah.
I'll ask some people I know.
Where, I don't know, I've gotten so used to having answers for everything just right fucking there.
Yeah. But it was mainly the even though you were involved in the conversation, being a young person, like, so you didn't notice it, didn't think of it. And I just remember you, like, having that phone on and be doing something. And it was a second or two of, like, boy, are you even paying fucking attention? I
used to be way better multitasking back then than what I am now.
Yeah, but I can remember my father reaching out, and, like, when I was a teenager, I used to read all the fucking time. I always had, my father read all the time. My mother still does all the time. It's just what she does. But I remember my dad reaching over several times, and he'd grab the book and, like, pull it down and go, pay attention, boy. And it wasn't that I was being an ass or anything. It's just,
You were involved in your own little
Yeah. And that's kind of what people are doing on that phone now. They get involved in their own world.
But I don't know. Maybe it's because I've always used it differently than what I've seen other people using it.
Like, yeah, you're not playing Angry Birds.
I'm not playing Angry Birds. I'm not texting other people. Like if I'm ever in a conversation with someone and I pull up my phone, it's either to see who texted me, because sometimes I could get an important text.
Yeah.
Or it's to look up something they had mentioned.
Yeah.
Like so.
And now I understand that now.
Yeah.
But then.
Yeah.
You know,
it's totally alien.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's. But I've been around people. Like, I went on a date one time with a girl. I took her out to tell how fancy I am on my dates. I took her to Pizza Hut.
Oh boy. Well, yeah.
But yeah. You don't ever take your dates to Pizza Hut. Always take them to fucking Mexican food, because it seems like it's expensive. It's really good food, and you get it for cheap. You have to go to the right Mexican place.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Well, there ain't nothing like being on a date, you know, then busting ass about 30 minutes later for an hour, you know.
Eat beans, goddammit. You skip the fucking beans. But anyway.
Well, fuck that. No, she's getting full of beans because that's the shit on the cheap menu, and you know what? I'm not fucking paying high fucking prices.
Yeah.
Especially if I'm in a Mexican joint. No, we're here at this Mexican joint just like you said.
Yeah.
It appears to be expensive.
But it actually isn't. Yeah.
It's not.
But anyway.
Here, have some more fucking refried beans, you know?
But we were on this date. And I was trying to get her to know her better. I had my phone in my pocket. She had her fucking phone out there on the table. And like, on.
Lit up and fucking running.
She was texting, and then I'd be like, you know, sit there and fucking talk? And she'd be like, I'm sorry, and put it down, and they go, and she'd pick it up and I'm sorry, it's my mom, and I'd be like,
oh my fucking God.
Like, you better put one in your mouth later, or else this is all gonna be for naught.
I can't remember how long this goes.
It's $13 on pizza and breadsticks I spent. It's like fucking wasted.
$13, yeah.
Shit, $13 used to mean something.
That was 2 hours worth of work for me back when I was minimum wage.
2 hours. My first job, hell, that'd have been 4. Yeah, easily half day of fucking work.
I go into work now. I go into work now. And no matter what they tell me to do that day, I'm going to go for $100. And I'm like, this is fucking retarded, but you guys keep paying me.
Yeah. I'm not going to bitch.
I'm not going to bitch.
No.
This is fucking dumb. I have worked harder. And every single job I've had before this has been paid shittier.
You want to... You're going to love this. The first cell phone, I technically owned it in that I found it.
Hey, this is finders, keepers, losers, weepers.
It was some kind of a Nokia. Like, it was analog, but it had a screen on it. But it was a bigger one. I don't know what the fuck model it was, but yeah.
Was it the rechangeable faceplate ones?
No, it wasn't like a bar. It did have a flip on it.
Oh, okay. It was a clamshell.
Yeah, it opened up. But it was this bigger.
Phones, I've always called them clamshells.
Yeah, it was bigger, gumpy looking thing. It had like the antenna could be pulled up out of it, kind of.
Dude, I haven't seen an antenna being pulled up since like 2004.
Yeah, this has been forever ago. Yeah. But I found this fucking thing. And I feel like the people in the movie AI, you know, they had the robot circus.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah, I would have been there. I would have been so in the...
Apart.
Yeah, so in the fucking robot circus. But I remember picking that fucking phone up, turn it on, and I'm like, look at this. And then it just struck me. Fuck this. Fuck everything that this represents. Fuck where the world's going. Just, I don't know. It was like this momentary rage went through me just looking at that fucking glow. Dude, I fucking drew back and threw that sumbitch as hard as I could into a fucking tree.
Yeah.
And it just fucking shattered. And it was, I'm not destructive at all.
Yeah. You're the type of person, let me explain here. You're the type of person, and you've kind of, like, instilled it upon me, just from us hanging out, of whenever anything breaks, you see fucking dollar signs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No matter if it's yours or not.
Oh, it occurred to me later. I was like, well, fuck, I could have made some money.
Yeah.
Somebody would have wanted it.
Yeah.
You know, I could have made some money on that phone.
Literally, I had a pain in my ass earlier where my wallet sits. How much goddamn money I was going to be spending on this fucking house.
Oh, yeah. But what I was getting about that phone, there was this momentary, I don't know. I had this, it's a weird feeling looking back on it.
Was it a lot like the chimp in 2001 that had the bone
Yeah.
and he was smashing against the others because he had found his new...
I think it was at the moment that the chimp smashed the other chimp.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Smashed his freaking head into
Yeah.
the ground.
Exactly. I felt like I had struck against this world that I didn't like that was coming. And, you know, the world of car phones and this constant connectiveness and intrusion. And I remember shattering it, and when it busted, boy, for a second, I just glowed. And then afterward, like you said, dollar signs, I was like, well, fuck, I could have made $20.
Yeah.
You know?
But
then at the same time, I was like, you know what? It didn't cost me nothing. And I think I got something from that.
You got $20 worth of fun.
Yeah. Oh, it was more than fun. It was just...
It was a meaningful experience to you.
It was a second and a half of Robot Circus. You know what I mean?
And look at you now. You have a serviceless cell phone that you use the glorified MP3 player.
That's all it is fucking MP3 player.
Yeah.
I'm not using it for nothing else, you know?
Mine is work device now. It's hardly anything else.
Mm-hmm.
Work device and other things that Verizon go fuck themselves on, but that's the other point.
I tell you another company. Well, not even a company. Hell, it's not a company at all. But something that can go fuck itself. Linux. In general, Linux can go fuck itself.
But it's so intuitive.
Yeah. Fucking suck a goddamn cock.
I use Windows 8, so I can't.
Fuck that too. Now see, this is a major bitch I'm having right now. And all right, our other podcast that we recorded was done on GoldWave.
Yeah.
I've used Windows. I have fiddled and fucked with Windows since fucking Windows 3. All right.
Yep.
Back in the days when I was still being taught how to program an Apple II. An Apple IIe. It was special.
Because it had the mouse.
Hey.
As well as the...
No, these didn't have mice. No.
Dude, they had mice at least when I was in school.
Well,
you had to click and drag to be able to shoot
the Windows 3 had a mouse.
You had to click and drag to be able to shoot the bear in Oregon Trail.
Where do you get that from? Just out of the blue, pulled that out.
It's called a Segway, son.
Yeah.
Anywho. Yeah.
You don't need 2 cents for the peanut gallery. The fuck, man?
Anyway, I'm ranting about Linux here.
Yeah. Not about your not understanding about fucking how Oregon Trail works.
Test tube babies. Anyway, I've been on Windows forever. I like Windows. I'm one of those weird, rare people that's willing to say it. I fucking loved Windows ME. Yes, I loved Windows ME. It fucking did what it was supposed to. I don't give a fuck what people say about it. People talk shit about it. Fuck that. I like the old 9X fucking Windows.
It's like how I learned how to do everything on Windows through Vista.
Mm-hmm.
I like Vista.
Yeah,
a lot of people yeah.
I got started in the main modern computer shit during 98 SE.
Yeah.
I've had, like I said, Windows forever. Fucking recently, goddamn XP just up and completely shit its pants. I mean, not a little, dude. This motherfucker shit everywhere like a goddamn chimp. You know, I mean, just fell the fuck apart.
What exactly did it do? Like, we never went to the...
I installed some updates. There's some people that put together the, quote, SP4 update. And what SP4 is all the shit that wasn't included in SP3. Like, end of life updates. You know what I'm saying? They've collected all this shit together. I installed all that stuff. And it installed pretty well. And it was a couple hours later, just out of the fucking blue, the goddamn give me the password bullshit started popping up. you know? I don't have the fucking password no more. This is goddamn XP,
Yeah.
you know? I got disgusted. And it just occurred to me, I am fucking sick to death of constantly fucking around with this goddamn Windows shit. I'm sick of it. And it's just mainly, it's a pain in the ass. Yes, I use pirated software forever.
Yeah.
But the reason why is, goddamn it, I owned a copy of fucking Windows at one time. And all of a sudden, boom, it's gone. I gotta get another fucking copy. My code doesn't work. I'm stuck using pirated shit when I owned a fucking copy of Windows.
Yeah.
Alright? And I'm already pissed off about having to have a fucking copy of XP when I already owned fucking 98 and, you know, all that shit. I own fucking Windows. Windows is Windows, right? I shouldn't have to buy new. Sorry.
But they look at operating systems now, like new ones.
And they look at it
Or
as,
it's like sequels. But they are fucking too expensive. An operating system is.
It is.
Yeah, like I can understand them charging as much as a AAA title for an operating system, which is $60 to $75
nowadays.
Yeah,
But
they're like for a home professional. The last time I looked at it, for 7 was like $250.
yeah, have you looked in,
the same way with the fucking Office?
have you looked into like fucking the cost of shit like Adobe crap? You know what they charge for their shit?
It's like $1,000.
Yeah, it's
$1,500 for like the full suite package.
Yeah, fuck all that
But
bullshit.
they offer like different services Adobe does to kind of get around that.
They better offer a fucking hand job for
They
what they're
should.
fucking asking.
But they offer like for you to like rent their products for like a month or so. Yeah.
Now I understand the concept. I understand it, but rent goddamn software.
But say you
I am
only
not.
use.
This is not fucking 1988 where I'm running down to the goddamn video store and renting fucking Kid Icarus on goddamn NES. You know.
But it's a very much like a subscription service, like Netflix or anything else, where you can pay. I think it's like something like $25 a month. Mm-hmm. And if you're making more than that per month,
it pays off.
Yeah, it pays off.
Yeah, and it also makes sense to just go pay for a fucking whore and be done with it.
Yeah.
But still, you know what I mean? It's just
why buy the cow if you can have the milk for cheaper?
If I already own the goddamn cow?
Yeah.
Do you think I'm going to buy cow 2.0?
No.
Do you think I'm going to pay extra so I can squeeze the tit on the backside?
No.
No, but I'm not.
It's such
and
like
if my cow,
way they
if my cow still is alive and is still chewing grass and still occasionally squeezes some milk out on its own, why the fuck should I have to go buy a cow because it's fucking bright and shiny?
Yeah.
My shit works, and that pisses me off.
The only time that I ever upgrade a computer is when it dies.
Well,
It's when it completely fucking dies because the laptop that I had. When we first met, remember I had that laptop? That motherfucker lasted for 7 years until it blew out the goddamn motherboard.
And you cussed it. I remember every time you used it, you cussed it in one way or the other.
You remember we had to get drivers from fucking Russia.
Russian server.
We had to get drivers from fucking Mother Russia.
Hacked out bullshit.
Yeah. Just to get fucking video drivers to work. Mm-hmm. And then 2 months after that died.
Yeah, it shit the bed.
It shit everywhere.
Yeah.
It just would not come on anymore.
Yeah.
I let it off for a week. Mm-hmm. I brought it back out, turned it back on. It worked. Right?
Yeah.
For another fucking week, and then finally the motherboard gave out completely.
Yep. Well,
Power supply wasn't gone.
Dude, I wished I had pictures of it. Do you remember the old computer I had?
Yeah.
It was built out of 14 different computers.
The one that didn't have the sign on it that you wrote. I remember when I first started coming over here, you wrote Pee-wee 316 on it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Dude, there was parts of that computer were literally wired together. Mm-hmm. The fucking fan over the processor was literally tied with fucking kite string.
Yeah.
I'm not fucking playing.
But
it was a Frankenstein from hell, dude.
That computer went down in September.
Mm-hmm.
I started just using my PS3, and then my folks got me a new computer in October. Mm-hmm. This new computer that I have, I love to fucking death. Mm-hmm. This has been the new computer I've had in 7 years. Why the fuck should anyone ever go out every year and get the brand new shiny thing?
Yeah, fuck all that.
Like I've had my phone now for the past 3 years.
The first computer we had, we paid $1,200 for it.
Yeah.
And when I think back on it, dude, There's no fucking way.
Yeah.
There's really no fucking way. But that's what shit cost. That was the cheap entry level back then.
Yeah.
And I feel like we got fucked.
Yeah.
You know?
For what now you get for $1,200?
Oh my god, dude.
You can get a fucking beast for $1,200.
Yeah.
You can build a beast for $900.
Not even mentioning how the money is worth less now than it used to be.
Yeah, but you can build, like, if you wanted a decent gaming PC, you can do that shit for $900 or less.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Easily.
Yeah.
Easily. But anyway, back to my piece of shit here. All right. I'm running this goddamn fucking netbook, which they're nice little inventions. I mean, I like it for a little small netbook. It does what I need it to do.
Yeah.
I would love for the video to be better. You know, there's some other shit that just annoys me. But when Windows fucking blew up, and yeah, this thing would handle Windows 7.
Yeah. It would handle it very slowly.
Probably, yeah. I'm fucking sick of it. I'm not buying another copy of Windows. I refuse to fucking do it. I'm not going to do it. I think Windows 7, 8, and all this other new shit, me personally, I think it looks like shit. It took me forever to get used to XP. I did not fucking like XP. I still kind of don't. But the matter at hand, right now, like I said, we recorded the other podcast on Goldwave.
Yeah.
All right. Right now, we're doing it on fucking Audacity because I had to install fucking Linux. All right. The computer would not take a fucking copy of XP. It didn't give a fuck. It wasn't going to do it. It did not care. I blanked it. I did everything but just fucking begged that son of a bitch to work. Wouldn't do it. Now I'm stuck with fucking Linux Mint. I didn't think it was possible to be fucking worse than goddamn Windows. Fucking Linux sucks dick, dude.
Yeah.
You can't do a fucking thing on it. Every time you turn around, you're having to punch a goddamn password into it. I don't want to have to open a fucking terminal. The reason for the whole GUI system was to get the fuck away from DOS.
Yeah.
Alright? If I wanted DOS, I would fucking have stuck with goddamn
DOS 7.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the fucking super nerds do that just fucking type that shit in.
Yeah. I mean, you got jackasses on this, like I was telling you earlier, they're running goddamn YouTube bullshit in terminal. Who the fuck wants to look at YouTube shit and download it in terminal? And good luck trying to find you have a problem, something ain't doing what you want it to do, which nothing does what the fuck you want it to do.
No, not with Linux.
Yeah.
At least I have not been able to find a way, like, because I used to use Ubuntu on an experimental PC that we had in my house. Because, like, my dad and
That's what this is based on. Mint is kind of an offshoot.
Based.
Yeah.
But I remember my dad and I were messing around with Ubuntu on an extra desktop that we had. Mm-hmm. And I remember it just being the slowest piece of shit I had ever used. Mm-hmm. And this was at a time, like, I was just given a computer. I had the power supply had given up the ghost in the other PC that I was using. And I was just given a computer that had 98 on it. Mm-hmm. And I went ahead and upgraded XP and then eventually to Vista. Mm-hmm. But this thing ran like shit. Mm-hmm. It took like fucking 10 minutes to boot up all the way.
Yep. Was you using like an actual install or a live CD?
I think it was a CD.
Okay. That's probably what it is, because I tried 2 different times years and years ago to run a live CD, an actual CD, and I could never get that shit to work. Never.
But the thing is like, if it's so intuitive, whatever the fuck, what's the deal with the packing? The .apk files?
Yeah.
The fuck is up with that?
APT, I think.
Or whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah. Just wait till you have to install shit from Tarballs.
The fuck is this kind of programming? Like, you should not have to, like, if it's so fucking intuitive, why doesn't it just fucking work?
Yeah. Yeah, ain't that the reason the whole Windows kind of thing?
Yeah. Like people got tired of not being able to right-click. Boom, Windows. Mm-hmm. People got tired of having to write fucking code to do things. Mm-hmm. Boom, a GUI.
Yeah.
What the fuck is anything now where they're having to integrate both having to use a GUI and a regular a fucking terminal.
One of the big problems here with Linux, and this to me is a major fucking problem, is what I call the gobbledygook. Okay? I don't give a fuck what you look up. It doesn't matter what the fuck you look up. It is written in goddamn nonsense bullshit.
Yeah.
None of these motherfuckers ever, you look on any of these goddamn forums, you go to any of them, every single motherfucker has this smug fucking attitude. I use Linux, so that somehow makes me fucking better. You can fucking sense it through their writing.
Yeah.
Okay? I'm sorry, I got shit to do. You know what I mean? I am not going to sit with my face shoved in this motherfucker, tapping on a goddamn terminal, doing all this stupid shit, compiling programs from fucking tarballs. I want to click it, get it on the fucking computer, do what the fuck I got to do.
Because you just wanted to fucking work.
That's all. It's like, I've told you for years, I wish televisions would work like they used to. I want a goddamn on and off, and a fucking dial. I don't need a menu. I don't need picture-in-picture. I don't need all this bullshit. I want a motherfucking television.
That's why I like...
And I'm sure there's some nerd right now jerking off and going, you dumb, stupid redneck. You don't understand technology and blah, 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 blah.
But
well,
that's why...
fuck you, Mr. Geek.
That's why I like the way that PlayStation did their menu over the one Xbox did.
Yeah. I can see it, but I'm still not a big fan of that whole Android
console horseshit.
PSP, PlayStation way of doing things.
But to me, it's always seemed like the fucking the way the 360 versus the PS3, because I haven't seen really the PS4 shit yet. The fucking way that 360 worked with their menus and shit was way more convoluted than what the PlayStation did. The PlayStation, you had your files or your system, your pictures, video, stream service, PlayStation Network, and then your friends list, all across the top bar.
Yeah. What
else do you fucking need in the gaming console?
You don't really.
Yeah. You go over. You can choose your different things. Yeah. You can see what installed games you have. Fucking Xbox, you have to open menus and menus and menus and menus.
Yeah.
I understand they're trying to get it to run like Windows and shit, but if they were trying to get it to Windows and shit,
how about just make it fucking run one goddamn Windows and be done with it? Give me a
cursor, goddammit, instead of having to go through all this shit. Give me a fucking big display
and put fucking Windows in it, and yeah.
Be fucking done with it. Instead of having to go and dig through menus and other horse shit just to be able to find the fucking store.
It's like this summit here with this fucking Linux. You can't find nothing, okay? You've got updates that come out. You see on a page where it says that this XYZ update has come out. No, you can't just naturally install it. No. You have to use this Synaptic Package Manager, whatever the fuck horse shit they call it. And if you look, it is like an old version, because that's what's accepted. It locks you out. This fucking system automatically assumes that you're a fucking moron.
And will keep you from having to change your own files.
And you want to talk about that. You want to talk about rage. Rage, dude. When you go to do something and this motherfucker suddenly tells you you don't own that folder. Bullshit, I don't own this goddamn folder. I own this fucking computer. Alright? It's mine. I will do with it as I goddamn well please.
Yeah.
I understand the whole idea, permission levels, all this stupid bullshit, because yes, generally people are fucking morons, and this is meant to, I don't know.
Keep you from deleting System 32.
Yeah, delete System 32. Yeah. I understand it. But goddamn them, get out of my fucking way, let me use the fucking computer.
Yeah, and there should...
I don't want to have to sign my fucking password 14 times a day.
There should be a way that you should just be able to log in as the supervisor and just be done with it.
Like XP.
Yeah.
Now, once again, people say, what do you mean? You're supposed to run it this way. You don't ever log in as the fucking main user.
But you are the main user.
Yeah, that's my point.
Yeah, you should be able to do with it as you please. If you want to delete System 32, that's your own dumbass fault.
If I want to take this sumbitch outside and set fire to it, I will do with it as I please.
Yeah.
And maybe maybe one of my biggest problems. And this goes kind of with some of the Windows shit, but mainly this fucking thing. Maybe it's just my desire to be left the fuck alone. Alright? I don't like to be told what to do. And I don't like to ask permission.
Yeah.
And every time I have to sign a password, I feel like I'm asking permission. I'm begging my own fucking property to work.
Yeah.
It's the same bullshit in this goddamn Android device over here.
Yeah.
Alright? That's why I rooted it. I don't see how people can use one without rooting them. You know? I really don't. It's just for the whole... It's for the whole thing of, if you can't open it, you don't fucking own it.
The main reason why I've kept it unrooted.
That's because you got a contract.
Oh yeah, it's because I not only have a contract, but also for just the plain simplicity of it.
Mm-hmm.
Everything just works as it is, as I need it.
Yeah.
But
ultimately, wouldn't you like the ability?
Oh, as soon as I get a new phone,
mm-hmm.
and can do this one as I please with,
mm-hmm.
without having to worry about fucking it up to the point that I can't use it anymore.
Yeah, you're going to put your dick right up in the middle of it.
Yeah, I don't fucking care. I'm gonna do whatever I have to with it.
Yeah.
But, since it's and this is a fucking weird concept, you gotta
mm-hmm.
get people my age, as soon as I have something else, this is my only thing.
Mm-hmm.
If I fuck this up,
mm-hmm.
I'm fucked.
Mm-hmm.
I'm done. I would have to go out there and spend $700 to get something new that I don't even want right now.
That's why I about fucking lost it. I thought I lost everything. I thought I lost the first podcasts that we recorded. I couldn't access a goddamn thing. And that was something else that fucking happened. I can't believe I fucking didn't mention it. Alright? On top of the fucking XP blowing the fuck up. Alright? The goddamn hard drive fucking shit its pants.
Oh yeah!
Right.
I was coming over just as you were getting it.
Yeah, you just as I had got it together and I was finally getting the fucking kernel updated and shit on this thing.
Yeah.
I had to go, and maybe it's my own goddamn fault, it probably is. I got this fucking thing where I can hook a drive up to another computer, and read it.
Yeah.
And when this thing fucked up, I was like, alright, I'm gonna be a smart guy, I'm gonna back my shit up, I've got fucking 15 years worth of music. I'm not losing my motherfucking music folder. No, sir. This thing decided to shit its pants. When I plugged it in, it just, for whatever reason, it just went, it made a fucked up noise and quit fucking working. Alright? Just, that's the way fucking Murphy's Law goes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had to spend $20. I had to go and find the motherboard that would fit my fucking hard drive.
It's a good thing I didn't come over here for a week.
Oh my god, dude.
Because you would have been such fucking...
There was a day or two I was a fucking bastard. I mean, just fucking just pissed off.
Dude,
I looked everywhere. I had to get the same fucking chip, the same hard drive, right? Look, and I made a point of finding the exact same fucking firmware. I found a drive that was built 14 days before mine.
The fucking rarity of that.
It's fucking exact. Had to take that fucking chip off that old drive, put it on my or take the new one I got, take the chip off, put it on the old one, actually got it to fucking read. So by the time I was done fucking with all this shit, I'm at a level of disgust. You can't trust computers.
No.
And that's something like we talked about earlier about the phones.
Yeah.
I don't like the direction the world's going because they're wanting to put this shit in everything. They want goddamn cars that run on it, airplanes that run on it. You can't get a fucking motorcycle or a scooter that ain't got a fucking computer in it. You can't trust these sumbitches. Deep down at the core fucking level, not only are they undependable, they narc you out.
They're ultimately the most things are susceptible to Murphy's Law.
Yeah.
Because the most things that can happen to them.
Yeah.
It's
you got a system on top of a system. You have a physical system of shit that could fuck up, and then you had this software thing on top of it.
That could fuck up.
Yeah. It's a house of cards built on a slightly more robust house of cards.
Like I was saying earlier, I cannot root my phone for fear of losing something that now I have to use not only for work.
Exactly.
But also as like my main communication. Like if I was to lose my phone right now,
yeah, you're kind
I
of
wouldn't
fucked.
have internet.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have any contact with hardly any of the outside world.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be fucking stuck.
Well, you could always go back to the old way of doing things. You know, go to the fucking library and write a goddamn letter. I did that for fucking years, man.
And then it would take like 2 or 3 days. I could see me really write a letter to my boss, be like,
yeah,
I cannot make it into work today because
well,
the roads.
There's this amazing thing. It's called a payphone. They were this miraculous fucking device,
where
you know.
the fuck are they now, dude? I took.
They're right. There ain't even a payphone here in town.
No,
is there?
there's not. Dude,
oh, fuck me.
I took a picture of the last payphone that I saw when I was in fucking Murray because I was like, these are a thing that don't exist before, and I was like, click.
Wow.
And took a picture of it.
I never thought. I just see that once again. It's another symptom of this fucking world.
Yeah.
You know. God damn it! I used to be the king of the pet nickel. I had a pet nickel, by God, that just fucking go right in and out of a phone. It'd go in Coke machines. It didn't give a fuck.
Yeah. Oh, fuck.
It was hooked to like this really heavy fucking fishing line. And there for a while, too, I had a pet dollar.
They had...
Well, I ain't going to admit all that, but
yeah, no.
I had a pet dollar on a packing strap. Let's put it that way.
But I was watching on how it's made or how stuff works or what the fuck ever.
Mm-hmm.
Where now they have like something inside that'll cut strings from keep money from coming back out.
Shit. And they got just shove a goddamn bicycle cable down it. Cut that motherfucker.
Oh,
that would be hilarious as fuck, wouldn't it?
Yeah. I can try to force it into the fucking changing first stuff.
Look like a tampon string just hanging out of the coin slot, you know?
Dude, don't get me started on seeing tampon strings.
Oh, no.
Oh.
That is nasty.
It's... Okay.
It's disturbing.
I went for a good laugh to Chatterbait.
Oh, no.
And there was this bitch. It was buck-ass naked dancing.
Of course.
Yeah. And she had stopped for a second and like went to bend over and type.
Uh-huh.
And I saw a fucking little tampon string come out. And I was like, ew! I could draw it up. I was like, I'm not watching this shit anymore.
Wait till you see that shit in real life.
Dude,
the first time that occurred to me, I was young. Okay? And I remember I was a kid, man, like 8, 9, I don't know, so up to there. And there was this woman, I remember she had this fucking bikini on, and she knew my fucking parents somehow. Had this bikini on, it was summer. And hell, I'm a boy. I'll notice it, even though I'm a little kid, you can't help but notice, you know. And all of a sudden I remember looking, and there's something poking out of her fucking bikini bottoms.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, fucking eyeball that shit, what the fuck? And all of a sudden it occurred to me. Ooh, 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 ooh!
Gross. Dude.
What a fucking tangent.
Dude, when I was in high school, there was this girl that could tell that she was about to start her period.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the girls that I was decent friends with offered her a tampon. She was kind of a slut.
Mm-hmm.
I swear to God, this fucker said like extra large on it. I was like, because she handed it to me and I passed it back to her.
Mm-hmm.
I fucking looked at it for a second. I was like, extra.
Oh my God! Yeah.
Oh God! I was like, show me that thing in.
That fucking girl. Oh, what grade was it? I won't say like 9th.
That's why. Hold on a second.
Yeah.
That's why I'm glad that I was born a boy. I don't ever have to shove anything.
No, sir. No.
Because that's too much maintenance, man. That's way too much fucking maintenance.
Well, you know what?
I couldn't take care of a fucking gold. I don't want to take care of a fucking goldfish. Imagine if I had a vagina. That shit would suck.
Fuck it. You know what? Fuck this whole part of the conversation. This is a tangent I'm not even happy with at all. This whole part's getting fucking axed. Fuck this, fuck this, fuck this.
I hope it stays in.
I don't know, man. I was thinking about telling that story about high school. No, that's just too fucking nasty. No. That's for another time.
There's.
I don't feel it being grossed out right now.
No, I don't fucking either. But I did notice, you told me one time about the girl that, like, the little hairs that a girl will get.
Oh,
it ends up
yeah.
being like a little bit of a down.
Yeah, there was this chick I went to school with that got, like, down between her boobs, kind of.
Yeah, dude, I noticed that over her ass one time.
Yeah. You see it, like, when the light hits just right, and like a sheen.
Like, I was thinking about that the other day, and I was like, I've seen that somewhere.
Yeah.
I was like, it just came out in my head. I was like,
wow, look at this.
I was like, fucking golden arches.
But at the same time, well, there's a part that goes, oh, that's a hairy ass. No, it doesn't matter that it's a little down. There is a part, though, that actually for a second goes, that's a hairy ass. That's hairy monkey ass right there. That's hair on the ass, man. Anyway.
It was alright, man.
Well, that chick I knew, she didn't have, like, fucking
fur.
Yeah, like, Italian chest hair sticking up.
Like what I got going on right
now. Yeah, shit poking out top of her shirt, But she had this, like, light down between her boobs. And I'll admit, there was something about it. Like you said, the light would hit just right. And you just couldn't help but notice,
Run your tongue up and down.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, that's not me, but I got some stories about a buddy of mine. I could tell some doozies. That's for in the future,
Yeah.
The shit that we saw happen in school, Yeah. I would bust a kid's ass if I caught him acting a tenth of what the fuck I did.
I don't know whether or not if I've seen shit that was worse.
Well, that's the thing. I was a good kid. And I think
I was a decent kid.
I was a good, decent kid. And I think back on the shit that I did as a good, decent kid, and I'm like, you know what?
I'm like, I am so fucked.
Yeah.
It's like, I think about some of the shit that I did now, and I'm like, fuck, dude, if I had a kid that acted like me, I'd be like, hey, you better do a little bit better.
Yeah.
You're going to, you're going to end up...
Yeah. Keep slacking, ass boy. Keep on,
Yeah.
You sound like Strickland from fucking Back to the Future.
It would be like if I could go back and talk to high school me, I'd be like, stop being such a fucktard.
Yeah.
Like, oh, this shit's stupid.
That's what I'm getting at. You're like Strickland. Fucking slacker.
Yeah. Fuck.
I guess maybe I was a slacker in high school.
I know I was.
Yeah, I did not give a fuck. I really didn't.
Because, even now, who I am as a person is nowhere near who I was when I was in high school.
Oh, God, no. God, no.
Like, looking back on that, I'm like, I don't even like the same things I did back then. And, it felt like...
I look at pictures of myself in high school, and I'm like, I have this recurring thing sometimes. I'll look at a picture, and I'm like, you fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Why
are you so fucking stupid?
Exactly,
But it was just like, I guess it's kind of a fucked up time for anyone, because you want to be so rebellious and edgy and this, that, and the other. It takes a while for common sense to kick in.
Everything about me is new and special, and I'm a special snowflake. No, you're not, boy.
No.
Like they said in fucking Fight Club, you come from the same pile of shit as the rest of us.
Yeah, I know when I was in high school, I know when we first met, I was heavily into the Federalist Papers and in the very beginning of the Constitution. I was in fucking high school, dude. I was reading the Communist Manifesto.
Yeah,
and I thought it was a good idea back then.
Yeah, I read all that kind of shit when I was that age.
But I thought it was a good idea back then until I actually got my first paycheck.
Hey, that changed a lot of shit, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Who the fuck is this FICA?
Yeah. I was like, why the fuck are they taxing me so hard? Until I got into...
And then you learned about how illegal the tax was.
Yeah, it's fucking horseshit. But,
Side note, listeners, if you want an interesting read, go look up in your Constitution what is considered taxable income.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have fun with that.
It should not... But I was heavily,
yeah, another podcast right there.
I was heavily into believing in not so much Marxism, but in the first coming about of Lenin and shit like that. About what he actually wanted the people to be.
Yeah, but
and what that turned into,
the image he presented.
Yeah, it was a very romanticized version, and that's not the way that shit turns out.
Fuck no, it ain't.
That's the best thing about a republic, is that it turns out the way that the people want it to. And I agree completely with Ben Franklin saying on this that a democracy is two wolves and a sheep deciding on what's for dinner.
Exactly.
It should not. You should, in each individual level, have the right to choose what you do and do not do.
Yeah. Well, the whole point of a republic, the whole elected official bullshit, you pick somebody to represent you so you can actually go and get busy doing the shit that you got to do.
Yeah.
And if they don't do what the fuck you want, you bounce their ass because you're the boss.
Because our original Constitution was set up for people that owned businesses and actually owners and things of people that actually did shit.
Yeah, well, not even guys,
voting.
Not necessarily the guys. Well, it had to do with the whole concept of individual freedom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you, I'm gonna go on this, and I know this is probably going to be a bit of a tangent. Back when, just before China took back Hong Kong, Hong Kong was a complete, open, capitalist society.
Yeah.
You had people that went from being homeless to millionaires within 6 months.
That was kind of like here.
Yeah.
Where people could literally come on, get off the boat, give them 3 or 4 or 5 years' time. You know what I mean? And they'd made something.
But I see these stupid fucks going out there and being like, oh, communism benefits everybody. No, motherfucker, it doesn't. You know what socialism and communism does? Alright?
Besides put you in a fucking grinder to feed the ones above you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All it does is lower more food buckets down to the hole.
Yeah.
Instead of putting more rungs on the ladder to get you out of that hole like capitalism does. The fucking people who think that capitalism is a pig system, crony capitalism is kind of a pig system, but if you were to have free market capitalism just fucking work without having to worry about so much shit, it would work in the long run. Like during the 70s, right? The guy that was over the Federal Reserve. Okay, this is getting to yet again a whole other fucking different thing. The guy that was over the Federal Reserve in the 70s, since Carter was a little bitch, okay?
Yeah.
The guy that was over the Federal Reserve saw that if we did go through a little bit of a time of hardship, we would prosper within the next decade.
Yeah.
Which we did underneath Reagan.
Yeah.
Okay?
But then again, let's just say very flat, people over the Federal Reserve are a bunch of fucking greedy cocksuckers.
Oh yeah, they are.
Illegal greedy cocksuckers.
They're fucking cocksuckers to the core.
Yeah.
But at least this guy had a little bit of future sight. Okay? Yeah. We've had Alan Greenspan.
Yeah.
And who is it now? I even fucking forgot his name.
Fuck, I can't remember it.
But Alan Greenspan.
Fucking cocksucker 1, cocksucker 2. Yeah.
But Alan Greenspan was fucking so short-sighted and wanted to make his exit of being chairman of the Federal Reserve look so good, they fucking tanked the rest of the economy.
What the hell do they care, dude? Even if they would completely wreck the fucking thing, if they drove the whole goddamn made-up toilet paper money fucking system, they drove it directly into the fucking ground, do you think they're going to suffer?
No, they're not.
All they're going to do, they're going to say, you know what, greenbacks failed, so here's some redbacks.
Yeah.
And they're just going to start the presses again and put new numbers on them.
The president will take the blame, the Congress will take the blame, whatever party is, quote-unquote, the negative party at the time.
Whoever's good cop, bad cop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the same shit that happens over and over again.
Which, once again, that's an entirely... It's an entire fucking show unto itself, dude.
Fuck my ass.
Exactly.
Just get fucking pissed off because people nowadays. This is probably a good segue, or going back to the whole technology thing.
Mm-hmm.
People nowadays are so goddamn short-sighted that they're so worried about shit that'll benefit them now.
Oh, yeah.
Than shit that'll benefit them 2, 5, 10, 20 years down the road.
Yeah. And look at it's also like, once again, I keep using this word quite a bit, but instilled upon them to think of people that prepare for things as nutso.
Yeah.
Now, when I grew up, I had listened to my grandparents talk about the whole depression thing and all that. You know, they grew up in it. And, you know, my grandmother, she said she was like in her teens, early 20s during the Depression, you know. And they didn't go hungry. You know why they didn't go hungry?
Because they went out.
Yeah, they went out and fucking did shit, but they were self-sufficient to begin with.
Yeah.
They lived on farms. They actually took care of themselves and each other and prepared for the future. That was just the fucking way it was.
Yeah.
Okay? Nowadays, if a person actually did things like have a garden, started preparing for things, putting shit back, just living the way people used to, the common sense ways of doing things, since the beginning of time, guys always took their fucking seeds and stored them back for the next year. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nowadays, they instill upon you that is somehow craziness. Whew! We had to take a breather.
Yeah.
We got a little worked up there. I'm not ready to go down that path yet.
Got a little bit too right-wing preachy.
That right-wing my ass. Fucking libertarian preachy.
Oh, shit.
God damn it. See, I want to go right back into it. I want to go back into it. I can't.
The thing is to, even though I was probably the one that was getting more angry at the
Oh,
end.
yeah, try it boils in me too, dude.
Oh, yeah. It's
there. It's there.
It's that little pot. But we all have a little time there to where we're pissed off. But I guess something I can talk about now is remodeling a house.
Oh, no. Yeah.
It turns out to be more expensive than what I thought it was going to be.
Well, yeah.
It blows, dude.
Well, I'm telling you, there's corners that don't cut corners, but there is corners that can be skirted.
Yeah.
There's ways around all your problems if you just put some thought to it.
Yeah. But, like, one of the things I'm going to invest quite a bit in, and my dad, like, we went over there to Lowe's today to kind of price check everything. My dad's just a goddamn whiz with numbers. He can figure out shit really quick.
Yeah.
In his head. He's probably already got, like, fucking estimates out the ass when I get back home.
Yeah.
But, we went over to the toilet and plumbing section. And if I'm going to have a throne room, I want to be a goddamn good throne.
Yeah.
And so I looked over there at, like, a toilet where I can sit down on in the morning, read the goddamn news without my legs going numb.
You know, maybe that's something you ought to have done, is sit in there and just sit on that motherfucker for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Just sit there and people say, what are you doing? I'm testing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's the fucking worst feeling, because, like, I'll be sitting there in the morning, I'll be reading the news.
You doing the cheek shuffle where you're going from one side to the other?
No! I fucking stay stationary on that motherfucker until my legs go numb, and I'm like, I realize it after the fact that my legs are numb when I just stand up getting in the shower.
Yeah.
When's the worst time we're going to be walking on our noodles? This is be on a fucking wet-ass shower floor.
You might as well just be running around out there on the fucking ice and shit.
Yeah, I should have been. Fucking barefoot. No, I should have been Vaselined my feet and ran out there on the ice and snow.
Exactly. Yeah.
Because that's about what it feels like.
Yeah.
But all day, it has felt like I was like, all right, I'm at Lowe's, I'm gonna figure out this shit's gonna be close to the amount that I'm willing to spend. No! No! Within the first hour, it felt like someone frogged me in the right butt cheek. Just as hard as it could where my wallet was. Just pow! And I was like, fucking ow.
Oh yeah, if you'd have pulled your wallet out, stuck your ear down by it, and opened it up, you'd have heard him go, "You're an asshole."
It's like, I have that Simpsons Mighty wallet that I got from Loot Crate, so it would have been like Homer being, or, no, it would have been fucking, who is it, the bully kid?
Yeah.
Ralph?
No, Ralph is the dumbass.
Yeah, Ralph is the dumbass.
Nelson.
It would have been like, ha ha!
Yeah, more like, fuck you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're a dipshit. I'm like, fuck, I need
Well,
a toilet.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now. I'm happy for you. I'm proud that you're able to do this and that you want to do it and all that. All right? But there's part of me, too, and it's not a green-eyed monster, no bullshit like that. But there's a part of me that hears you talking about that and goes, God damn it. God damn it. I am 40 years old. You know what I mean? It's completely out of my fucking realm of thinking. I mean, it's just it's not going to fucking happen.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm sure I could make it happen. I could make it fucking happen. Even if it was, I mean, seriously, even if it started with a postage stamp of fucking land and I'm living in a goddamn homemade tent like a fucking hobo.
Yeah.
It can happen, you know.
But
But, I don't know. There's a part of me, like I said, that I had it beat over my fucking head when I was coming up and all. You're poor. You're not going to amount to shit. And even though I know better than that, I fucking deep to my soul, the heart of it, know better. There's always that little ha-ha voice. You know what I mean? And it's that little voice of upbringing says, know your fucking place. You know? And I know it's wrong. I know it's wrong, but it's there, and I'm not going to pretend like it doesn't exist.
I've always been the type of person to, no matter where, well, at least here recently, like I wasn't this person when I was a kid. Dude, I remember when I fell out of action figures. That was because of other people's opinion of me. Now, since I've been an adult, I've bought more action figures than I ever did when I was a kid. Yeah.
I bought the entire Dreadnought. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
You know exactly where I'm coming from. But when I was, I'll tell the story on here, and I've only ever told one other person this story. Is when I was 11 years old, I was heavily into Dragon Ball Z.
Oh, God.
Well,
it was your thing then.
It was my thing back then.
Yeah.
And I would always get some of the action figures, you know, to fucking play with. Well, I remember one day being at Walmart and fucking looking at the action figures, and these two employees who were probably in their early 20s. I remember them looking over me and thinking that I remember them talking and laughing and looking over at me. And I thought to myself, at 11, maybe I'm too old to play with action figures. And that little voice stuck with me.
Yeah, that's the same voice I'm talking about. That same little negative motherfucker that talks shit about you.
Yeah.
It kind of puts little scars on you as you grow up.
Yeah.
You know?
But eventually I was like, fuck that voice. I want to buy me some action figures. I want to buy me some comic books. I'm gonna like go have some old NES games. Like, why do you want old NES games?
Because I do. It's what I want.
Fucking old crap. You're gonna call Tetris old crap?
Yeah. Yeah, that game will rock 100 years from now.
Yeah. That's fucking awesome. God damn it.
There will be people playing that shit when it's all pure hologram beamed straight into their goddamn heads.
I play that on my phone whenever. Like, that's the only phone game that I have on my fucking phone is Tetris. Like,
yeah,
it's like, you can get the fuck out. I'll install Tetris on every goddamn thing that I own.
Yeah. Well, if you think about it, kids have been playing Tetris since the beginning of time, from kids stacking fucking sticks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's such horseshit, though, that society would want to put these little bitty things on every person to where it's like, you don't have an accomplishment unless you do this. And like, I wouldn't have had what I'm having now unless I got lucky through connections and having the shit fall onto me.
Yeah.
I worked my dick off.
Oh yeah, you damn right you did. Damn right.
Yeah, I worked my dick off.
And you deserve everything you're getting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To get from where I was, what was it, like almost a year ago? I was in Dollar General.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Fucking, yeah.
I was there. I was fucked over twice.
Oh yeah.
Of being in management.
Yeah, we both got fucked.
Oh, we got fucked hard.
Yeah, we both got fucked good.
And then like I got recruited out of that job to work twice as many hours as what I did, and then finally got recognized to work, the current fucking job that I'm at now, where I actually make a thrivable, not a livable, a fucking thrivable wage, to where it will eventually afford me to be like, fuck it, I don't want to work anymore. I can work for myself now.
Yeah.
Like,
nothing wrong with that.
No.
Yeah, that's something to look up to, you know?
It is eventually the American dream to be like, I don't have a boss anymore. Fuck it.
Yeah.
That's what I think the modern American dream is now.
Well, the modern American dream has been smoothed and polished and kind of sold to people, you know? But what I was getting at with me, it's just, I don't know, everybody's got a little voice of negativity.
Oh, yeah.
And
some people's voices are louder than others.
Yeah.
Like,
I have fought my whole life with depression. Yeah. I really have. It's fucked with me. It's a major fight. There's times I have to reach down, grab myself, you know what I mean, and like, fucking get over your bullshit, you dumb son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Keep moving, you know. But I see where some of it comes from, and I was raised up, like I said, poor as a fucking snake. I come from poor people, you know. And even to this day, it's a hurdle to jump over.
Yeah.
Because, I don't know. And then there's also the part of me that just deep to the core does not give a fuck about money. And it's not that I'm not interested in trade and accomplishments and all that and actually doing things. I don't like the way society is.
Yeah.
And I'm sick to the fucking core. I'm tired of people judging you by pieces of paper.
Yeah.
They don't even make good ass wipe.
No.
They are literally the most useless pieces of paper on earth.
Yeah.
You can't write on them, really. You can't wipe your ass with them. You can't do shit with them. But yet, though, they run the fucking world.
Yeah. And it's not even, like, through the quality of work that you do.
It has nothing to do with it.
Yeah, like, if people got paid on the quality of work that they did, fucking CEOs would be the brokest motherfuckers on the face of the planet.
Yeah. How many times have you done a job and then you realize all your fucking efforts were kind of taken from you?
Yeah. I remember, dude.
You know, the people above you took fucking credit for it.
Yeah.
They got the fucking bonuses, you know?
I remember working my ass off when me and my dad were doing scrap metal when he was working for the big company down there before he has the job that he had now. Moving a bunch of washers, dryers, shit like that through an ad that we found on Craigslist. And I remember getting $40 for that. Like we paid $80 altogether. He got 40. He split it with me 40.
Yeah.
Even though he was the one that actually took it off to the place. Remember, I worked my fucking ass off for that $40. It's like when we worked for the woman that you know. And we had to shove.
Oh God.
We had to shove. We'll tell the whole story later on.
Yeah.
But we had to shove that couch into the house, and that bottle of Windex hit you in the shoulder.
And hit you in the fucking face.
It hit me in the face and poured fucking Windex in my face. I remember how pissed off I was in that moment. But yet again, I got something that was even worth more than that $40 time. It's when you gave me that NES, and I was like, fuck yes! Like, even though I had to put like a little bit more money into it to be able to get it to workable shit. But
well, I mean, with that, it was worth my time to hurt and get the fuck over that shit.
Yeah.
And I knew you wanted it, and I'm like, you know what, dude?
I can have it.
Here, you fucking helped me here.
But
it was a major it's funny our reactions. The anger and rage that run through you. At the same time I had anger and rage going through me, I was fucking pissy.
Yeah.
But at the same time, there was a fucking moment of like, well, of course that happened. You're working your ass off. And you know what? that's just the way it fucking goes.
Yeah.
You know, Murphy's Law says that if it's going to happen at the worst moment.
Yeah, no matter how, like...
And no good deed goes unpunished.
Yeah, at the peak of how hard you're fucking working, you're gonna get behind somewhere. Like, I have learned that tenfold with the current job that I had. Dude, alright. We were busting it out all day long, and I want to say this was Wednesday? Thursday? No, it was fucking Thursday. No, it was Wednesday. We were busting it out all day long, and we got to this point where, you know, I think we were $300-something in sales. No, we were $500 something. No, we were $300 something in sales. We had one stop that made us over $400, and we were behind for the rest of the fucking day because of this place.
So even though you kind of come out ahead on that one deal, you were behind because of that one deal.
Yeah. It is fucking just checks and balances.
Yeah.
All fucking day.
Yeah, that's kind of why I laughed. Like I said, when that shit happened to us.
Yeah.
It just...
you laughed, I fucking steamed because I knew I was blowing Windex bubbles.
You blew a fucking bubble out your nose.
Yeah.
Which, like I said, we'll tell the story sometime, you know. Because it'll take a while.
Yeah, it was quite the day. Like, we got involved in way more shit than I was going to have.
Fucking rain. Of course, then it was raining.
It was raining.
Yeah.
Fuck, dude.
Yeah. I just, like I said, I laughed. And I think part of the reason I laughed, it was a case of either I laugh or cry.
Yeah.
And then just, I had to laugh, you know. Because I realized if I had said, fuck it, I would have left that fucking couch sitting right in that door.
Climbed the fuck over it and gone back to that fucking truck.
And said, fuck this, we're done.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, believe me, it was a thought.
Yeah. It was probably like, we're done yet.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like I remember that shit pouring out my face. I was I fucking hate everything right now. Dude, you talked about that, like, how you deal with depression. And I remember, I don't mean to laugh when saying that, but there is a point to where no matter how good shit is currently, if shit goes bad just a little bit, I will say out loud, I fucking hate everything right now. like being negative for a little bit of time makes me feel better altogether.
Yeah.
And people don't fucking understand that. Like, they're like, why are you being so negative? And I was like, because that shit is funny.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I laughed.
Yeah.
That's why I laughed. You cannot know good without a little bad.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, like the story I told last time about us being fucking lost in the middle of fucking nowhere.
Yeah.
And, like, the reason why I was being so negative is because either I was going to be negative or shit scared out of my brain.
Yeah. You had to laugh or cry. Yeah. Well, man, I think this right here is where we should kind of wind it up.
Yeah.
I mean, goddamn, we've done recorded a couple of fucking hours.
It was worth it, though.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I'm
going to have fun editing.
It's fucking 2 episodes! Just fucking cut, paste that intro and...
Shit, I might be able to get 3 out of it.
Oh my god!
Hell, just this last little part's over an hour. Damn near it. So yeah, man. I guess that's the end of, episode 2.5, 3.
3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah, it's however I edit it.
I'll just come back over and be like, hey man, let's drink some beers.
Yeah, that's part of the problem right now. My tongue's going fucking numb.
Your tongue's just going numb? Mine's been numb for...
I bet it is. Jesus, you drink... What?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yeah.
And a half. So.
Yeah, you've got me beat.
And I also had a 12-pack last night, so...
Good lord, son. This good guy.
This alcoholism's killing me inside. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and wrap this shit up before...
Oh my god.
He fucking spits out all of his beer.
Hey, Bob went to my fucking nose, man.
I've been Lunchbox.
I'm Gleek.
And this has been an episode or so of the Generation Gap podcast. A good one, I guess. You can reach the Generation Gap podcast on our Twitter page at Picklestick Pod or shooting us an email at picklestickproductions@gmail.com.